Luke is doing that.
He's unmuting now. Oh no, it might be me.
Ben!
God damn it.
Yeah, we're real good at this.
We're so good at this.
All right, well,
He
welcome.
gave us a warning that time.
Welcome everybody to Everybody's a Mimic. One of these days we will get our intro cues together.
Man, it could have been worse. You don't even know.
You missed
The
the worst
worst.
part, thankfully.
That's good. That's good.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Am I still doing the thing? Please tell me.
No, you're good. You're
No,
good.
it's not doing the thing.
Okay, it wasn't fully plugged in, so I'm blaming it all on
Thank
that.
goodness.
All right. Well, we are Everybody's a Mimic, an actual play 5th edition webcast playing Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, with a party of 4. We are on our 9th session, and we are joining the party as they are drug the body of an awakened white moose back to the edge of these ruins just outside of Lonely Wood. The players in our campaign are played by the people in our group. Kind of lost my train of thought there.
You okay, man?
Don't say, Corey.
People in our party are played by
Characters in our
people.
campaign are played by our friends.
Hey,
These are their stories.
The people who are in this campaign.
with a name like Everybody's a Mimic, we need to make sure we are very disclaimery with making sure they're aware that everybody here is not actually a mimic.
You don't know
Or
that.
are they?
You have something
Awakens
against
mimics
mimics?
stumbles their way through D&D content.
Exactly.
Exactly. And my name is Corey, and I play your Dungeon Masters. And today, instead of rolling d20s, we are going to be playing Rock, Paper, Wizard for every dice roll.
I am Carson. I am playing Beta Yetimated, our resident biggest boy.
I'm Blake. I play Del Nadre Mirakas, and I always condone splitting the party.
I'm Ben, and I play Levi Corvallis, and he probably thinks he's the biggest boy, even though he's probably not.
I'm Ray. I play Rosemary Bone Crusher, and Moose bit her sister.
Thought you were gonna go with being the biggest girl.
I am the biggest and only girl.
She didn't need to
I'm so
even
proud of you.
bring it out. She's just like, yeah, they think they're the biggest ones here.
Big femme over here.
Big femme.
Yeah. All
It's
right.
every woman's fantasy is just big femme. Got big
femme.
arms.
Well, we left off on our last session 2 weeks ago with you guys defeating the white moose with barely a scratch on you guys. In fact,
anyone- Yeah.
Bitte lost. It shows that he's lost 2 health, but I just don't feel like that even came from the white moose. Like, did you cut yourself going through a rough patch of trees or something? And
No, I think
Was it the wolves?
I think the moose attacked him and either rolled really low, or maybe I don't think I used Stone's Endurance. I think
he's like, I don't know. I don't think my white moose
Oh,
basically.
look, there is one antler attack with 2 piercing damage.
There you go. That was probably it. Yeah, because he's rolling stuff right afterwards, which his strength save would have been because of the charge. So
Yeah, so barely a scratch is accurate.
barely a scratch. Yeah, and so you guys decided that instead of taking apart the white moose because its hide is both valuable and you need some kind of proof for your the quest that you're on, you've dragged the body of the white moose back to the ruins that are just outside of Lonely Wood, and Del Nadre lit up the brazier. And so now we are going to join you guys right back
I mean,
at
we're
it.
camping, right?
Yeah, we were gonna make a campfire because I think it was getting
This
late.
is a campfire. It's a campfire storage device. It's what it's for.
No, you have to make your fire on the ground so that the ground is
No.
warm as well.
If you're Corey, you call that a brazier.
This bra literally holds fire.
It holds 2 absolute fires.
It's a literal hot bra.
you also absolutely do not want to camp on the ground.
Yeah. Up
It
here,
will
I mean,
suck,
even though it's
like-
hard stone, it's still better than sleeping directly in the snow.
Yeah.
No, sleeping directly in the snow is substantially better.
Nah, I ain't sleeping on no earth.
I mean, yeah, snow will insulate at least a little bit, but the stone will like sap heat from your body.
Yeah, enjoy
Yes.
your dirt, losers.
Okay. Well,
We're having a great
Hashtag
start.
farmer burn.
so as you guys are camping now, have you already begun the process of skinning the moose now, or is this something you're going to do when you're back at? You're just going to drag the whole body of the moose back to Lonelywood
like-
whenever you decide to go back there.
I feel like that would be inefficient.
We were going to start taking it.
Yeah, I think we did because there's a bone carver's tools right there.
Okay. All right. So you guys, you did that before you are making camp, essentially. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Bitte, in your expert knowledge of wilderness, the skinning of a white moose by a skilled hunter with a roll of average would take a couple hours at most. Maybe only an hour.
Do we have any skilled hunters here?
I mean, Bitte and
With-
possibly Rosemary.
With
I
help,
meant just like out of character. Anyone who can tell us whether or not that's accurate.
I mean, I can tell. I mean, not to get graphic, but an elk takes about an hour.
Okay.
Perfect. There we go.
So-
Done.
So
We'll say that
2
this-
hours.
It takes you guys back an hour. The fight
Yeah.
probably
With the thicker shield and the more substantial hide, it would probably take 2, at most 3 hours, I imagine, for a moose.
Yeah, but with Rosemary's surgery skills, this should be.
Yeah.
Bing, bing,
I mean,
boom.
she also came from like a half-orc clan,
right.
so like I imagine this is not the first hunt she's been on.
Right. but
Yeah.
as
Also, as the basis, we're using like 18-year-old me who had like skinned nothing before.
okay. So let's just assume it goes an hour and a half. You had about a half-hour fight since or interaction before when you stumbled upon the tomb or the ruins and interact and engaged with the white moose. So we're saying you guys have taken about 2 hours since you first got on the trail, which puts you guys at about 9 p.m. at night. So it's definitely later in the night. How do you guys want to set up camp, and who's going to be taking your shifts?
I will take the first watch.
I'll do second.
Beta will, I guess, take third.
Okay.
And he will help with setting up the tents and stuff in a way so that they have maximum. He like digs like a small snow cave kind of deal.
Okay. So you guys,
Levi does whatever he can to help, and then offers to take a watch if there is still a watch to be taken.
okay, yeah, good 2 hour watches and shift every so often. So you guys set up camp and taken into consideration the weather. You've fortified yourself enough against the cold weather so that you feel confident in getting through this night. Are you guys aiming to wake up early morning, like before dawn? Is this something kind of like we'll wake up with dawn?
We can sleep in. Take it easy.
I think as a rule, Beta wakes up with the dawn.
Okay,
I
with the
think
dawn.
Levi does as well. I think unless he's like in a dark room with like blackout curtains, he just wakes up as the sun gets up.
Right.
And he says something corny along those lines too, if somebody else is in the room with him.
This is the day Sylvanas has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Exactly.
I
Just like
imagine,
that.
Sun's up, bones up. It just as he just hops up and
Probably
just
more
walks
like-
Sun's
away.
up,
more like
buns
that,
up.
yeah.
Levi
Sun's
sleeps in the
sun's-
he sleeps in the complete nude, and he's just like,
Sun's
"Yep,
out. Yeah. Sun's out, guns out. And then he flexes at everybody in the room.
Nice.
So,
And then usually has to explain what a gun is.
No, guns is just D&D for strong biceps. That's it.
it's just never.
Never heard that slang before,
No, it's
but I believe you.
It has not made it this far north, apparently.
So, as you guys are beginning to make camp, maybe those with the latest watch, Rosemary and Levi and Bitte have begun to lay down and get situated for the night, the carcass of the white moose, did you guys chop up for meat as well? I mean, did you just basically
yeah.
decompose or decompart this moose into pieces that you're going to deal with back in town?
Yeah, I feel like
Waste
We-
not, want not.
I assume we
Yeah.
brought a cart, or not a cart, a sled, at least one sled.
I would assume so, and if not, your
Yeah.
ability to craft something wouldn't be out of this. Throw something together
Yeah.
with some twigs and some twigs, but some
I
branches and
cast
stuff.
Create or Destroy Sled.
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah,
able to
so
make
because-
something functional enough to take this body back. Mostly because it's not like it's going to be hurting too bad if it ends up touching the ground a bit, or sand.
Yeah, Beta is mostly focused on making sure that it's like quartered up and skinned, and the skin is folded in a like travelable manner before it freezes. That's his focus there.
Gotcha. Would you use the skin to kind of like, would it be separated and folded, folded separately, or would you have used it to kind of like lay across all the meat to protect it more, or is it better if it gets the snow on top of it?
I was wondering if it's smarter to like start smoking the meat like over our campfire, or if it's just smart to just let the cold get to it and then you have some frozen meat.
Right.
I mean, well, actually, no.
Because I know it takes like hours to smoke meat, so I'm not sure if it would finish smoking, but if it would be just smart to just let it freeze and then we have some frozen meat that's kind of self-preserved.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be. I don't know how long it takes to smoke meat because I've never done that, but I do feel like Beta would be like, we don't quite know what else is out here. Smoking tasty meat may not be the best idea.
They're probably like hanging it up in a tree, kind of like a bear-proof
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, stringing it up into a tree so it's less likely to attract a bear. And like it would freeze solid pretty quick. Like there's not really a worry about that. So
Right.
he'd basically just take the quarters and the back straps and of course the cut the horn, like the European mount kind of
Yeah.
area.
Okay.
Don't forget the loins.
Yeah, that's in with the back straps as far as I'm concerned.
All right. So Del Nadre, as Bitte is, sectioning up this white.
Or did you
moose-
mean the oysters?
It's the best meat.
Actually,
Levi,
Beta eats
Levi
the
isn't
oysters.
hunter. Levi is not a hunter, so he's just been watching just with like avid, like just full on respect for what you are doing and the art of your craft. Levi is a fisherman, so like if you need him to like do a fish and like catch a fish and then like skin it, he can do that. But like he, in terms of hunting and then like dressing down a kill, couldn't do it.
Yeah, Beta is a little bit Ron Swanson when it comes to fish. He's like, that is basically a vegetable.
Yeah, Bitte look
Though
always
you gotta imagine, like the only fish that we have out in the Dale is like the knucklehead trout. So
just huge, and he still is just like, that's basically just a vegetable. That's just a big zucchini that just swims around.
it's like an angry tuna.
All right, so Bitte,
Ocean whitefish is how I got this strong, you know.
so as they are,
Well, it's not what I used.
as the moose is being quartered up, Del Nadre, I need you to run me a perception check.
Oh, I'm so good at being perceptive. I say, and then I roll a 7.
You're kind of just watching from afar, not too far away, but not with the intensity that as Levi has shown. As Bitte goes
I don't want to
about.
be that close. It's kind of disgusting, honestly.
Yeah, but you kind of get this ache in the back of your skull, like as you scratch at it a little bit. There's just like, I don't know, maybe something got stuck there. Something's under, almost like there's like a bump under your skin, and you just hear the words, just dig.
Dick.
Not dig, sorry. Dig.
Like
Dig.
you're a dick for skinning my body.
D-I-G.
Yeah, I know. Well,
You are simple folk here on this podcast.
Yeah.
that's weird, and that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But this thing itches,
Mhm.
I presume.
You hear the words again, dig. And you feel like just this itch that you want to just look more intently at the moose. Something just drawing you closer.
Do I want to dig my hands into the moose?
Dig. The voice is neither feminine nor male. Almost as if it's coming from a distance deep within your mind. It says its word with purpose. Dig. The itch behind your neck, the base of your skull, just bothers you just a slightly bit more.
So how's it going with that moose? You need
Does
any?
Does Dell look weird to anybody else, or is he just chilling?
He's just that's up to Don Andre to see how much
Like,
much
are
he's-
you over there like Are you tweaking over there, or are you just like?
I don't know. I assume I approach. I'm just like standing over the moose now, staring intently at it and scratching the back of my head.
I think Rosemary just kind of like holds out a carving knife, like handle first. It's like, you want to join in? Also, Ben, yeah, your mic.
No. Hold on.
Like, you want to try it?
I don't really know how to do it.
Here, I'll show you. And like Rosemary kind of like starts rambling on about how to, I don't know what the proper word is.
Butcher?
How to butcher it. Yeah, that works.
How to deglove the skin from the meat.
Is that a thing that you do after you've skinned it?
No,
I mean,
a tiger degloves your arm, but I don't know if that's
I mean, if you're talking about like something small like a rabbit where you really just pull, yes, degloving would apply, but it's just skinning.
Yeah, I would think that skinning would just kind of be the thing, but like, yeah, butchering it, separating like the usable meat from the gizzards or whatever, though I think that's a bird thing.
That is a bird thing.
You know.
Rosemary's showing
I know
her
how to kill
expertise
things.
over here.
Rosemary would know. Rachel has never butchered a deer before.
Which part of the moose is the wing?
I can find you the oysters on a turkey. But yeah.
All right. I take the knife. I drop down to my knees. I drop the knife and I just dig my hands into the moose.
Oh, eager, I
Beta
guess.
is taking a break and doing the exact same thing, and is just like, smart man.
You guys dig
Like,
next to each
yeah,
other.
you can really feel the like separations in the muscle if you do it that way.
So
I just thought you might be a little bit more squeamish. Are you okay?
Del,
I'm like sliding along on my knees, just searching.
now where are you searching on the moose right now, Del Andre?
I'm just like dug into the stomach, I guess, to start like right into the middle, whatever's open.
Okay.
Don't break that. Ruin the meat.
The words in your head are more and more intense. Dig, 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 find it.
I
Dig.
I guess I'm gonna take the knife and I'm gonna go dig into the back of the skull.
Okay. So, you take your knife
Awake.
and kind of slice vertically, just a nice do you slice vertically or horizontally? I guess also another good question is, Bitte, at this point, or at what point of the skinning and butchering of the moose do you chop the head off? Is that like a thing you do?
That comes last.
Okay, that comes last. Okay, so it's still connected, skin's still on, assuming, or maybe rolled up. Either way, so you're kind of digging out the back.
I mean, again, like, I don't want to get graphic, but like it's kind of like a cape.
Mm-hmm.
Like the body is bare and it's all just attached at the base of the skull.
Gotcha. Okay, so Dell, knowing this now, how do you try to get at the base of the skull with your knife?
Can I pull the entire carcass like up enough to see, or do I, like, is it still like at the base of the neck? I don't know. I'm probably not being all that methodical about this, so I'm just gonna go up to the back of the neck and just like plunge the knife down and start sawing into the back.
You plunge it down and start kind of like cutting at it very roughly, I might add.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's like, oh god, I've seen this before.
And you feel your knife slide across something in the middle of the meat.
Off the knife, and I reach my hand in.
And
Levi approaches and he says, Delnadre, are you okay? You're acting a bit strange. Are you? You don't like to get your hands dirty?
I dig.
You reach your hands into the back of the moose right there at the base of the skull, and your fingers find what the voice in your head has been pointing you towards.
Beta walks over the sled and grabs some rope.
Some small crystal, pulling it out, the blood dripping from the moose. It almost like slicks off, like it has some sort of water repellent of sorts. And what you hold in your hand, with just barely a few blood droplets still sticking to it, is a green translucent shard of crystal or glass, something that resembles obsidian. There's a little tiny hole that has been drilled into the top of it, but nothing is looped through. And then upon touching this crystal, you get this sense of security, like this warm blanket has just laid itself across you. The voices in your head, the itching in the back of your neck is all gone.
What do you have there, Del? Care to share with the class?
I'm honestly not really sure. It's some kind of stone or crystal or something. I'll be the first to admit I don't know much about wilderness or animals, but I feel like it's not usual for these kind of things to be in a moose.
What is it again? Like a stone?
It is like a green translucent crystal. Let me post it in. If I could post it, I'll post it in the chat in a second.
And Del, would you like to explain how you knew it was there, or why you felt the need to go digging in a moose head for a rock?
I don't know. It was... Look, I mean... I've been kind of hearing voices today, but it's really only been like around here. And I don't know, it felt like this is something I needed to do. I don't like... And as soon as like Del, I guess, is kind of coming out of the trance, it like looks down at his like blood-covered hands, just like, ah!
You see, this is the part where I get concerned, because what if the voices tell you to kill one of us while we sleep?
I mean, that...
You're taken off of watch duty this evening. Thank you, Del.
Okay. That's fair, honestly. I'm gonna go get some snow and like try to wash the blood off my hands.
You and your voices are concerning me, and I would like to know more about them before I don't mean this in a bad way, Del Nadre, but having witnessed whatever that was, wouldn't say that I feel the safest right now.
I mean, I get it. Rosemary's literally been another person, and she still gets to take a watch, but that's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if like hearing voices is the end all be all for not getting watch duty, like, can I sleep in too?
Listen, Rosemary, you switching into someone else, she's not really a threat. Del Nadre isn't changing, he's just viciously attacking a dead animal with a knife and bloodying himself, and then coming out of this weird limbo and telling us, look at this rock.
No, I get it. Sorry, humor is my defense mechanism, and I don't know what the hell is going on, and it's bothering me.
I also don't know what the hell is going on, and I'm not really a jokester, so it's concerning.
I like humor.
Do any of us really know what's going on at this point?
I'm dying.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Okay, that joke.
That got serious real fast.
It's a joke.
Was it though?
I know I've been dying for a long time. I've come to terms with it, perhaps. Ease up, guys. You guys can't like me that much. You've only known me for 2 weeks.
I like you. You're a cool guy when you're not, I don't know, not wearing a shirt.
When you're not wearing a sweater.
Basically always. No, my sweater ripped earlier.
Exactly. That's why she's saying you're a cool guy right now.
Oh, I said it when he's not wearing a shirt.
Oh.
Yeah, so basically what you're saying is I'm a cool guy. Never.
I would prefer if you wore more clothes, but I still like you as a person.
But then how could I do this? And he just like pops his pecs a couple times like The Rock.
See, that's creepy. Why is your body doing that? Do we need to go to... Is that the thing that's gonna kill you? Because do we need to go to a doctor?
You know what? You're pretty strong, Rosemary. I'm sure you could probably do that.
Is Rosemary strong? I thought Rosemary was like willowy and waifish.
No, she's a fucking, like... She's stacked, man.
What's her strength score?
Let me see. What is her strength score? Okay, her strength score is 11, but she's still a half-orc. She's not fucking willowy.
I'm stacked. Rosemary does the thing where she flexes and then the bicep like drops to the underside of the arm.
Listen, she's stronger than the average human. Okay, what's your strength score, Del Nadre?
Okay, I don't measure myself in strength. Oh, it's a fucking 12.
Del Nadre is canonically more stacked than Rosemary.
I'm gonna do I do the Usain Bolt thing, just like.
Yeah. It's like one of those really buff kids you see on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Toes the sled a little closer. What are we talking about?
Like I'm not like big, but I'm cut.
We're talking about how strong we are, and
Like-
that I can do this with my man breasts.
Oh god, your mic.
Your mic's going
Oh
off again.
no!
You're just blowing out the mic with your fucking peck tricks.
That's how quickly they're going. Just.
All right. So with all of that happened, we now have Bitte, Rosemary, then Levi is the now 2.5-ish, 2 3/4 quarter hour shifts for the night watch. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well
Yeah,
then,
just do 3-hour shifts.
3-hour shifts.
A
that works.
3-hour shift.
So, Bitte, you are
Yes.
up first.
Okay, give me 1 second. Because my poorly planning S has forgotten to open my character sheet.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Perception check. Not terrible.
All right. Not terrible at all. Right exactly with your passive perception, which, you know, can
Pretty good.
make sense, you know. So we have your shift. Nothing in particular happens during your shift. 3 hours goes by without any word. The storm or weather outside of the ruins in the distance continues to rage on, but they are inside, you know, in the general vicinity of the ruins. Things are just lightly snowing, and temperatures are still cold, but the weather is not as much of an issue as if you guys had been out there in the storm. So now
Two things.
yes.
So first, you said when I pick up the crystal that I felt like warm and safe. Was that just a description thing, or do I like actually feel warm temperature-wise?
That was a description thing. That was just
Okay.
a moment of relief from the pressure and whispers in your head.
Second, I'm gonna be actively attempting not to sleep for as long as I can.
Okay.
Because I
guess
feel
then-
like Dell doesn't really trust what might happen right now.
Well then,
It'll
roll
probably
me-
happen at some point, but I'm at least going to be staying up through the first couple watches if I can.
Let's see. Is this more of a conquest of, or is this more of a contest of willpower, or your constitution to basically wisdom or constitution to kind of resist the urge to sleep? You know, you of everyone there, you may have been considered the most retired, given given your
I
escapades
feel like
last
Constitution
night.
makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine. All right then, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
It kind of doesn't matter. I've got the same bonus for both, but
All right.
thematically,
So through Bete's shift, you were able to stay awake. Now, are you trying to make yourself like? Are you standing up? Are you walking around, or is this something like you don't want to?
no, I think I'm mostly just going to be sitting. Presumably, we have a campfire going other than the brazier, or if that's even still lit, or if that's even canonically lit. If there's a fire, I'm just going to be sitting near it.
Okay, so you're just standing standing near the fire, and now it's up to Rosemary. So Rosemary, if you'd like to give me a perception check during your shift.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
got a 19. I should
Similar
turn off the range.
Similar to Bete's role, you find yourself with a pretty boring watch. And so, Del
Do I
Nadre.
notice that Dell is still awake?
Ooh, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm not really hiding it. Like I'm just like sitting up and just looking at the crystal.
Well, let's have you have your Constitution save first before you say that.
So you want me to do it at the beginning of her watch or at the end? 'Cause...
It's gonna represent just like your attempt to
All right.
stop across her watch. So like you, okay, all right. You feel the weight of sleepiness and just general tired start to slowly fall upon you, but you're able to make it all the way through Rosemary's shift without any issue.
Okay. Then I want to talk to her a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she'll kind of like scooch up next to him around the fire, just be like, "So what do you think that thing is?"
I mean, I really. Maybe it's the thing that made the moose act the way it did, which.
I mean, I would be pretty like cranky if there was just a rock inside of my skull.
But I mean, that means someone must have done this, right? This doesn't just happen.
Can I look at the stone thing? Does it look like it might have been like part of a weapon or something? Like someone like broke their spear tip off in its skull or something?
roll me investigation.
Investigation. 9.
It looks roughly handmade, but that's about as far as you can get, and you only truly get that by basing it off of other instruments and tools you've seen, of either kind of a flint or a obsidian type stone. As far as the shape of it all, given your history as Rosemary, not as aware.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, maybe someone did it on purpose, maybe someone did it on accident. I mean, sometimes in a hunt you'll find an animal who has scars and is carrying weapons from years ago of just a hunt gone wrong, or I don't know. But I don't know. We'll have to just be careful with it. But I also do think that sitting up in the middle of the night staring at it is not great for morale, I guess. Are you hearing voices from it? Is it talking to you? Do you want to talk about it?
No, I haven't. I'm not hearing anything, but it's weird. Like I've been able to hear voices in my head basically my entire life, but it's always been something that I do. Like I'm in control of it. This is the first time that someone else has been able to do it to me, and I don't like the way that feels.
It's understandable. I think before we really got to Lonely Wood, I kind of had the same thing, but I guess I always thought it was just my imagination. There's all these stories I used to make up as a kid, and that everyone else would always call me a liar or something, but I didn't really realize it was a real thing, and I don't really like not being in control of my own mind, so I'm with you on there, and if you ever need to talk about it, I'm here for you, man.
Thank you. That's comforting. I don't know if I should sleep.
Do you want me to hold on to it for you? You can get some shut-eye? I mean, my brain's already fucked up, so like...
Yeah, maybe...
What's the worst that can happen?
Maybe that's best.
Alright. I hold out my hand for the cursed rock thing. I'm like, you try to get some shut-eye, okay?
Just asking, am I able to give it to her?
Yes. You can drop it harmlessly in her hand, and no ill effects are felt by either of you guys on the transfer of this object.
Okay. Alright. Cool.
Can I also make an Arcana check, even though I'm really bad at Arcana?
Of course.
Yeah, I got a 7. I don't know what this thing is.
Rock.
Shiny rock.
All right. So now, do you guys think that conversation happened about halfway through your session or your watch, to the point where that Del Nadri would have gone to sleep before Levi even got up?
I would imagine so. I imagine like
Yeah,
wouldn't have just like let him like stew in his own emotions.
Just sitting there for like 2.5 hours, like just watching him. And at the last minute, hey buddy, you want to talk about it?
All right. Well then, Levi, we are back up. We are up to you now. So if you would give me a perception check for your watch. And although nobody's rolled below their passive perception, I wouldn't have allowed you to take a roll below your passive perception, unless you like were just basically saying, "Oh shoot, I was messing around this whole time," or I really wanted to cut this moose into smaller bits. But for Ben, you'll take a 13, or Levi, you'll take a 13 for this for your watch.
I actively
good.
would like to slit everyone's throat. Thank you, DM.
No.
All right. So Delnadre, you fall asleep.
Uh-huh.
Levi, when he takes his watch, he just he relieves Rosemary. He settles in by the fire. He pulls out his greatsword and his whetstone, and he starts slowly, quietly sharpening the edges of it, just making sure it's in good shape, buffing out any nicks or scratches on it. You know, the usual.
Okay.
Taking meticulous care of his gear.
Right. Yeah. All right. Okay. So.
And Rosemary probably just like wraps up the stone in whatever bit of leather or something that she has and sticks it in a pocket where it'll be safe.
Okay. All right. So in the early morning hours on the tundra, who is trying to hammer something in the background?
I'm sorry.
Bruh.
If there's a problem with sound and it's not just a mic fucking up, it's me. Always.
He's found a new way to open the bags, and that's to cut them with a cleaver.
Mm-hmm.
So in the wee hours of the morning, Delnadre, you find yourself nice and sound asleep. In fact, you feel as though you're sleeping pretty soundly. Nothing is disturbing your sleep. Kind of feel nice and warm on your stone cold bedroll. Until you are jolted awake by the scream. Some scream coming out from the ruins.
Now hold on. Does Levi hear this too?
Hold on 1 second, Levi. So
Okay.
Delnadre, you get up and you look around and you see the fire of your camp is out. Levi, Rosemary, Bete are asleep. Your first conclusion is that you fell asleep during your watch. You can hear some faint voices coming from deeper within the ruins, it seems.
Is the sun like up? Is it still dark?
It is still dark.
Okay. I'm gonna, I guess, light my lantern and start running off towards the temple.
No matter what you try to do, you can't seem to light your lantern at all. But you find that
Levi, wake up!
You find that
Wake up.
You're able to kind of see a bit more than you usually have during the night.
Oh no. Am I dead?
No, I don't believe so.
I don't believe so.
As you try
You're the DM.
As you try to wrestle Levi awake, he kind of just you can
My
feel
hands just pass through him.
No,
Oh,
you can
no.
feel him breathing, and he kind of rolls over, but no matter how long you sit there shaking, he doesn't open his eyes. He's in some sort of this really deep sleep. Maybe it's the cold.
Do I have... I mean, I guess I had the lantern, so do I have, like, my equipment, everything? Do I have, like, weapons?
Yeah, you have everything that's on you. It's just your
All right.
lantern is not working.
Alright.
You can see
Gonna
some light coming from where the moon dial was.
Alright, I'm gonna draw my short bow, knock an arrow, and I'm gonna start sneaking over.
Okay.
So I'm going to sneak and head up over here
All right. So
and look
you
around the corner.
Roll your stealth.
I did. It's a 23.
Okay, and you peer around the corner and you see a small group of people. 4 alive, 2 dead. You see the bodies. Just a quick glance, you can tell that they're dead on the ground because of the pooling of blood that has stained the snow bright red. 2 others sit in dark cloaks, holding down a 3rd figure, with the 4th standing over, muttering something, having a small conversation with the person that's on their knees, this woman. Can't quite make out what they're saying from here. Their voices seem muddled and distorted.
Do...
And I just want to confirm, you can see...
Yeah, I can
them.
see...
Okay, just making
I
sure.
can see, like, just to the guy. Just a little bit, barely past him.
Okay. I just don't want to... I'm not going to give him any light right now, but it's...
Yeah.
It's, he has a small light, but it's not like a torch or anything. It's some sort of... Maybe like some sort of like pocket light or something that just glows this this kind of like pale blue light.
Can I get any sense from the situation that might make me think, like, I'm trying to figure out if this is bad people attacking, like, the woman, or if she's maybe bad and they've, like, caught her. Can I be, like, an insightful person to glean?
Roll me both insight and perception. You know, your mind has been taken in by this, you know, kind of abrupt awakening.
That's an 8 for insight and a 13 for perception.
8 for insight. It doesn't take, you know, an insightful person to realize that the 3 people who are standing over the person are probably in the gray, if not darker, area of alignments. The person in the middle may or may not be bad, but they are in such a terrible shape, tortured, blood dripping down as they stand there, large slashes down her robes. And one other thing you catch is just, you know, how they're all kind of illuminated a little bit under the moonlight, the clear skies of Icewind Dale.
I don't know what's going on. I fire an arrow at one of the agent people.
Do you step out to do this, or is it like how far out do you step out?
I mean, I assume I'm gonna have to at least peek around the corner and shoot.
Right. You step out and fire an arrow. Roll me attack.
I'm a sneaky person, so I should have advantage.
I would give it to you. Your arrow sets loose and flies silently through the night and wisps right through the agent's head.
Shit.
You look up and almost as if you make eye contact with the leader, but he sees nothing. And goes back to interrogating and being very forceful, doing a big backhand to the face of this robed woman, who kind of falls to the ground and is yanked back up again by the agents.
Alright, in that case, I'm just gonna walk up and start listening.
Okay.
Getting the feeling that I'm probably just observing something at this point. You walk up and you begin to hear more and more of their conversation. It doesn't actually fully become, you know, evident until you get up right in their face. And then, as if you start to hear things as if you were in the point of view of the woman who's being tortured. And you hear this thick accented, an accent that sounds very familiar, almost as if they come from the town of Luskin, just north of Neverwinter. Not just somebody who's from there, but somebody who's truly from there. You know, those who've grown up in that rough and tough city. Rough and ready to rumble. That Rock'em Sock'em city.
Yeah. Another backhand across the face. I told you. You already have 2 lives dead here. Just tell us where they are. I know we're strong-arming you a little bit, but... And he kind of twists her arm so she screams out in pain as he pushes it as close to the breaking point as he can before he releases. I told you the longer this goes on, the more pain you're going to get, and I've already given you my word that you will live. These hunters here sold you out, and I'm just here doing the due diligence to make sure nobody else can sell out your people, so I need you to tell me where they are. Tell me, and I'll let you go. You can warn them. She kind of spits out blood and looks up. Your reasoning makes no sense. I can tell just by looking at you that as she kind of takes a knife and cuts down her other arm, opening up her bicep and just kind of opening up more and more of her arm as he brings it all the way down. This will be over once you tell me where they are. Just give up and make it easy, and you'll get to walk away, I promise. He kind of sits down and just, look, on my word, I will. He kind of tells his agents to move back. They step back and release. Look. I just want to know where your people are. Now you can tell me, or you can't, but I will find out where they are. And if you make me spend any more of my time just waiting here, wasting it with you, I'm gonna have to take all that extra anger on them after you... Well... But if you just cooperate, just tell me where they are. I already know. And he mentions a section of Icewind Dale that's just to the northwest. Something you aren't familiar with, but I already know they're in that region. And it's just a matter of time before I find them, just like I found you here. You're protected by the same magics, aren't you? But yet I walked right up upon you, and you were unaware. No. I give you my word, Vernison. Tell me where they are. He takes out a map. He already has the region of Icewind Dale kind of circled out for him, but takes a little pen out and dips it in the blood of hers that's on the ground and holds it out to her. It's just a little bit of an X right here. Vernison is shaking, trembling. She's biting her tongue, trying to show some strength in the face of this bully as she slowly bleeds out from this long gash down her arm. She hovers over the map and thinks to herself whether or not she's going to put it in the right spot or put it in some other fake spot. But eventually she kind of lays an X down on the ground, right in a little valley deep into the tundra wilderness. Looks up at him and just kind of drops the pen and just sighs. The leader... Sorry, go on.
I'm immediately committing the area to memory.
Of course. The leader looks down. He's like, excellent. He rolls at the map, stands up, and looks to his agents, who begin to start kind of messing around with the bodies of the 2 hunters. He leans forward and cuts the ropes that have tied up Vernison, and kind of runs his hand down a little bit with smoothing over a salve over the open wound, doing it in such a way that it hurts, but it's providing some sort of comfort for Vernison. She can already tell Delnadra can already tell it's relieved some of her pressure as she stops shaking as much. And he just kind of steps back and goes to looking at the hunter.
So I also want to say that I'm looking at everyone's face as well as I can and trying to commit to memory any, like, the leader, the agents, Vernison.
Both of the hunters, their face seems just generic. Not that you can't remember their name, but that their face doesn't look natural, as if it's just a recreation. The agents, you
like,
get
mannequin face.
kinda, yeah. The agents are similar, but there's a couple of distinct features. Maybe a scar here, or a big welt on their, or a big mole or something on their eye. But you get the leader, the characteristics, or the characters of the leader in stark contrast. And Vernis is kind of, after the salve, is just waiting there, and she kind of looks. The second the leader turns away, she gets up and bolts, running as fast as she can, just out. And in almost just a planned fashion, the leader leans down, picks up the hunter's crossbow, turns around, and just looses a shot right into the back of her skull. And she just falls dead to the ground. The leader tells the agents, and you can kind of just, things slowly start to fade away and meld, almost as if they're just kind of pulling the Infinity War dust away, as you just hear the leader say, "All right, I think we got it. I don't think she told us what we wanted to hear, but I know it's in this general area, and all I got is for her to confirm that it's somewhere in there. Come now. We must gather our agents and lead a force out there." And they fade away. So the only thing that's now there, it looks as if just you're in the same position as you were before. Not the same position. The cloud begins to, the sky begins to get more cloudy and overcast. The calm of the storm around you resumes, and things start to feel a little bit more familiar, but you can still tell you're in this weird, dreamlike state.
Is Vernison's body still there?
It is.
Alright, I'm gonna go over and, I don't know, investigate. I mean, I know I can't help her, but I don't know.
So yeah, give me a perception, because investigation wouldn't help you because you can't really touch anything.
Perceive. Yep, 6.
The body of the of Vernison is still just so, it's almost like it's caught between one dream and the next. It's more like an after image, slightly translucent. However, there is one thing you do notice around her neck. It's that green crystal.
Oh, shit.
Looped around in a necklace.
Can I touch it?
Yes. Do you want to touch it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Okay. All right. So you touch it. And where were you before you set up camp? Or when you were resting? Right next to Rosemary?
Yeah, somewhere. I think I was between Rosemary and Levi.
Okay. Put yourself back there.
Yoop.
All right. As you reach down to touch the necklace, you jolt awake, and you are startled by the scene that you find yourself in now. Sorry, give me 1 second. As you awaken to the party mid-combat, already engaging a group of wolves that have found themselves set upon your party. And now everybody, I've sent you private messages so that you guys could interact during this time. But how do you each react to Del Nadre kind of standing up, as he is, his jolt awake is so obvious that everyone is well aware that he is now awakened. Not only that, because you've already kind of gotten through the issue of him being asleep.
Let me roll a dex save for Beta.
Okay.
Because he's straddling.
Because he's straddling Dell.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's
Jolt awake right into your nads.
I love it. This is happening, and this is not happening well. Now, were you facing the wolves that are across from the awakened moose to the point where he kind of reaches up and smacks his face into your butt, or is this a full face to nads collision?
I would. Let's see. Where's Dell? I mean, he probably would have cut across here, kind of completely. So he's probably facing this wolf. So I don't know whether Dell was sleeping facing to or away from the moose, but yeah.
Facing towards the fire, which I just assumed was probably where the moose was, but
The brazier, right?
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
Some rather interesting collision aside, let's get this started. Let's have everyone roll me initiative as we are now right into it.
All right, and Beta has advantage.
Let me add these as a...
Nice.
Okay. So, for this first round, it's going to go wolf, and as I mentioned in the private message, the wolves kind of made themselves aware, and you hear what really jolted you guys all awake was the voice kind of casting itself across, coming from within the ruins, somewhere along that ledge, but outside of your view. That it said something. Rosemary, you were the only one who was able to pick up on it, that it was in Druidic. And it was just 3 simple words, which is rip them apart. Just a line, and it's just dripping with as much hatred, twisting the core values of the Druidic language. And you can tell just by, not just by uttering those words, but just the way they uttered those words.
Okay.
And so, each of you guys had some options available to you of what you would like to do, and so we're just going to go down the line of Bitte. You were first. What was your one action? And as I described it to you guys in your private message, let me get back to that for a second there. You had gotten the ability to use one of your actions, whether it's move, interact with object, attack, spell, whatever, before the wolves actually pounced and attacked you guys, and then you were able to continue your turn, and that will all be happening within the surprise round. After the surprise round, I will... In fact, let me just roll initiative for the wolves so we can show you exactly where they will line up next round. They will have at a 15, so we will put them just after Del Nadre on the next time around. But for this time right now, in this surprise round, it's going to go Bitte, Levi, Rosemary, Wolves, then Bitte, Del Nadre, Levi, Rosemary. And then we will start with the next round. So, Bitte, what was your action?
Beta's action was to equip his shield.
Okay, you go put your shield on, and I think you had said you wanted to do Hunter's Mark as well.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll say because we don't roll with the object interaction for equipping and unequipping weapons and shields and stuff, we're going to give you that Hunter's Mark is your action for that point. So you get your shield up as well as casting a Hunter's Mark on whichever wolf you would like it to be on. Just hover over them and I will mark it for you.
Ooh,
I set the closest one, so this fellow.
We would think you were at Roby.
We're hearing someone in the background of Carson, I believe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And it was this one, Carson?
can't see shit.
Okay, we're gonna do Hunter's Mark here. I know, Blake, I'm trying to give you guys a token for light.
Campfire token.
Yeah.
Just burn the moose.
I'm just gonna put this animal, this spider, is gonna be your campfire. And a bonfire is most likely, and so whoever's next up, which will be Levi, please let us know what your action is.
So my surprise round action was that as soon as the druid's voice rang out over our little clearing, Levi immediately stands up, casts off his cloak, makes sure it gets away from the fire, and immediately goes into a rage, with just an absolute battle cry, in the hopes that if the druid's voice and the snarl of the wolves didn't wake everybody else, that his roar kind of does. So.
All right. So yeah, that definitely waking everybody else up, helping Rosemary get awake. And Rosemary, what was your action as you woke up and kind of came up on the scene?
I think Rosemary's instinct would be to like chuck an ice knife at. Can she see this one?
To the north?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would think so.
I would argue that that's the one that's within 5 feet of a friend.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. All of your sight is completely off. How far is your dark vision?
60 feet.
Okay. Everything. I messed up. And
I was gonna say it's real dark.
Bitte, you have dark vision as well, correct?
No, I think Rosemary's the only one.
Rosemary's well.
No.
Okay. You do not. Okay, so you just get the 5 feet.
Seeing this, would this guy and this guy be sort of within 5 feet of each other? It's hard because they're not exactly like centered on.
I mean, if I was right here and here, then no, they're all kind of spaced away.
Okay, so
because even if this
ice
one
knife is a bad spell to use right now, essentially.
But I mean, yeah, I guess it's you knew there was. It's a good choice though, because you knew there was going to be there are enemies around you, and what's the better way to kind of hit as many as you can by throwing off an ice knife that is your AoE spell, right?
I mean, sort of, but it still only hits things within 5 feet of the original target. So, like, there's none of them are within 5 feet of each other. Is the problem?
Okay. Well, you haven't made the action yet. Is there something else you would rather have done besides ice knife? You have your choice now that you've seen the situation, because I agree it was hard to describe it all in the message. So
yeah,
if you prefer to do something other than ice knife, feel free to.
I'll do flaming sphere.
Okay. Yeah.
And that one I will appears in an unoccupied space of your choice. I can move the sphere. I can ram the sphere into a creature.
Okay.
So I'm going to ram it into this one. This one.
All right. Can you link the description of the spell for everybody? And
hey Corey,
what is needed?
Could I get my dark vision back, please?
Oh, you have dark vision. I knew there was somebody else that had dark vision. 60 feet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So,
can see clearly now.
so
the
what
dark
wolf
is
needs to
gone.
be, and any wolf within 5 feet. So it's still was only going to hit one, but at least this time you get two.
Yeah, it's gonna hit one, but I'm gonna like chill it out in this area.
Gotcha. Okay. So it just needs to make a dexterity saving throw,
Yeah.
and then
And my spell save DC is 14, I believe.
I do not want to. Never whisper the boss. Sorry.
So it'll either take 5 or 10 fire damage, depending on if it succeeds or fails its dex
Alright.
save.
15.
Yeah, so it takes 5.
It'll take 5 damage. And, giant ball of fire appearing right in front of that wolf's face definitely, startles it. It kind of goes, "Arr!" and whimpers a little bit. And jumps, is preparing to jump off to the side and divert itself as it continues to move towards you. And so with those three done, we're going to now continue on with the wolf's turn, which is to continue. They're going to keep rushing in. So Rosemary, I need you to roll me, or to draw me exactly the spot that you're going to have that flame sphere.
Yeah, I'll draw it like, wow.
Okay.
It's a 5-foot diameter, I believe, so yeah.
These wolves are going to rush in here. Boom, 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 boom. And this wolf is going to come over and jump over on top of the top of that moose, and now they're going to swing away. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are going to be attacking, and we're going to go starting down with Rosemary first. We're going to go in a clockwise fashion, going up and around towards. So 2 against Rosemary, 1 against Del Nadre, 2 against Levi, and 2 against Bitte. Okay? So here we go. And unless I'm mistaken, every single one of them is attacking an enemy within 5 feet of another wolf that is not incapacitated, so they will all have advantage on these attacks.
Tactics, man.
1, 2. This is against you, Rosemary.
Okay.
1 hit.
Yeah, one of them hits.
All right. And I'm going to need you to roll me a strength saving throw after taking 7 damage.
Strength saving throw, okay. 14?
14. That will work. Because it's DC 11, so it's right there. So
I
now,
should also do a con save for my
yes,
concentration.
because you also got hit. Yep. So do a con save there.
8? So it has to be more than half the damage, yes?
Or 10, whichever one's higher, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's 10 or
No worries.
half the damage take, whichever number is higher. So yes, so your flaming sphere drops. And,
That's okay.
Now we have 1 against Del Nadre for 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, that's going to deal 7 piercing damage. Another strength saving throw to knock you down on the ground as they're kind of just rushing up and dragging you down. So that's going to pull you prone.
Makes sense.
2 more attacks against Levi here. So the 16...
16 will hit. Yeah.
Will hit.
The first one will hit.
All right. And that's going to give you 7 piercing damage. There, right? Oh, I get it now.
That's gonna be 4 piercing damage actually.
4. That's right, because you have resistance. Good job.
And I get advantage on my strength saving throw.
So you better not fail it. Whew.
15.
Good to go. All right. Which you would have passed either way.
Yeah.
So now we have the last person. This is for Bitte. 2 attacks. Looks just par for the course. Everyone's going to hit once. 19 hits you, Bitte, right? Even with your shield?
Yes.
Okay.
AC 17.
AC 17. All right. So 6 damage to you and another strength saving throw to prevent being knocked prone. And I don't believe you have anything that's going to give you advantage on that strength save. Nothing from nothing being a Goliath or anything. Okay, so that makes you prone. So quick recap here: Rosemary, Del Nadre, Levi, and Bitte are hit, but both Del Nadre and Bitte are prone. At the very end, okay. So now that it's the wolf's turn, you guys can now react for your full turn, for the remainder of your turn. So Bitte, you are prone. You have your movement and attack and your regular action left.
All right.
Can you hear me? Am I on mute?
Mm-hmm.
We can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Okay, great. It's always a crapshoot whether I am. Yeah. So Vita will stand and manually jab with his javelin at this wolf here.
Okay.
After bonus action, doing his planar warrior.
Well, you already used your bonus action this turn on Hunter's Mark.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was a separate turn.
No,
I thought that
it's
was
like
a surprise round.
It's like I gave them a surprise round, but not a full surprise round.
Okay, so it's like a surprise round, but it does less for us. Okay. Sorry, I'm kidding.
You still get.
Why do I have no light now?
Listen, Carson, we were the ones who were surprised a little bit, so this is actually kind of dope.
Yeah, you guys got surprised upon, and so you each got one action to react as the wolves were coming in because they made themselves known, but they made themselves known in the beginning of their.
I was making a joke. I wasn't debating it.
We're all like, whoa there, whoa. So.
All right, so 15 to hit.
15 to hit this, the one you had Hunter's Mark on, right? Yes.
Yes.
That will hit.
For 11 damage.
Yeah, your javelin strikes true, and how do you kill this wolf?
Yeah, so basically he just as it's running in, he just as it attacks him, it knocks him down, it kind of hops back, and it's getting ready to like come in and tackle him again, and instead he just gets it like below its neck as it charges, and then like lifts it up and over and slams it down on top of the right beside Levi, actually. So he like forklifts it, basically.
Yeah, basically, using your javelin to lift it up, and then the momentum of the wolf to just fling it over, right over you and Levi onto the carcass of the white moose, or the pieces of the white moose that you guys had stored, whatever was there, if it's even there. In fact,
he lets out a bestial roar.
Let me get that white moose out of the way. So,
excellent work, Bitte.
All right, and Bitte,
thank you.
Sorry.
Did I what?
Did you want to? You're standing up.
Yeah, I don't feel like he needs to move any further.
Okay. All right. So Del Nadre, now you have your full turn.
Also, is there no light?
Yeah, I have no vision anymore.
Oh, what did I do with the animal? Oh no, Rosemary, did you delete the animal?
Oh shit, I did. I thought it was me. Here.
Doggone it.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it in the initiative tracker, so I thought it was like left over from some shenanigans from last time. Sorry.
No worries. I need
I was like, oh shit, my spider is out here. It shouldn't be here.
Let me give a campfire token here.
Alright, well. Dell is very confused. I just woke up and I'm being savaged by a wolf, but instinct takes over. I'm gonna,
The first thing you were
stand up.
savaged by, which was Bitte's balls.
Oh god, it just keeps getting worse. But either way, I'm gonna rise to my feet. I'll use half my movement to stand up and attack this wolf over here that just hit me with a booming blade.
Ooh.
Hiya! Oh, that doesn't roll very well. I don't need to use it that way. I need to roll right here. There we go. That's better.
All right.
Ha.
17.
Why bother with the booming blade?
All right, a 17 will hit. And which one are you attacking? The one that just hit you? It's right here in the middle?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, let me get this out of my way.
I've
Okay,
also got an ally within 5 feet, so...
Yeah, it's dead.
Okay. Well, here's also the sneak attack damage.
And the booming blade damage as well.
I mean, that's only if it moves.
Ah, gotcha.
Which I don't think it will, because it's a corpse. Alright, and then bonus action, I'm going to disengage. And can I get on top of this little platform?
Yeah, it's just.
Like, do I have to go all the way around to the stairs? I don't know how tall it is.
It's not that far. It's not that tall. You can hop up right there, no problem.
All right. Well, it seems like a defensible position, so I'm going to get up here behind Rosemary.
Okay, there. Now we have a campfire and not an animal.
Nice. Sorry, I didn't mean to fuck things up for you.
So Levi, from where you or from Dell, from where you were, you would have had an attack opportunity from that wolf that was right there.
Nuh-uh, because I bonus action disengaged.
That is right. Okay, my bad.
Rogue shit.
I was not paying attention because I was fooling around with the campfire. All right, well then, the wolves are done. Levi, your turn.
Levi is already raging, and he is going to attack this wolf here, the one that's like right in front of him, with his great sword. If I can roll this thing. Boy, that's not great.
Ooh, that is not great because that does not hit.
Yeah, I think he just maybe underestimates like the height of the wolf, and it just kind of like puts its head down, or like is getting ready to jump at him, and he just swings over it, which is not super fun, but it is what it is.
It feints you you thought it was going to jump up, and it just goes low.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to some of my other fun abilities until maybe a little later into this fight. But oh wait, no, I need to hit on this turn, or I fucking lose my rage.
If you get hit,
You just need to make an attack. You don't need to actually hit.
Yeah.
Oh,
You need to make an attempt to hit, I believe.
Getting attacked.
Yeah, okay, and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I think getting attacked also works for it too. So.
Or
taking
I have to
damage.
take damage. So either I have to make an attack or I have to take damage.
So you took the damage from.
You're good.
Right. Yeah. So I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that sucks, but alas, that is the nature of the game.
Yep. These dice bots.
Dice.
All right, Rosemary, you are up next.
All right, I am going to what's the word? Thunderwave at these two, because it's a 15-foot cube originating from me, so I imagine I can like aim it at a diagonal.
You already cast your flaming spear during the same turn.
Oh, right. Okay.
I think truly the only thing you have left is your bonus action and your movement.
Technically, ramming it into something is a bonus action. So the only thing I have is my movement, but I don't want to move because there are two wolves right here. So that's my turn.
Okay. All right. At the very end, right before it's Bitte's turn. Dun dun dun. This woman this almost as if like a wanderer steps up to the ledge of the cliff and looks down upon you guys. The wolves, they kind of quickly glance up and then turn their heads back to you. So her entrance is made aware to you guys as she walks up. She is clothed up in lots of furs, kind of rough and grungy. She has some sort of bluish purple liquid stained all over her mouth, and she calls out in common this time to the crowd below her. Once again, the hunters of Lonely Wood have come to defile my tomb. 18 years ago, you took away my sister, and now you're back just because of some playful fun by a moose? Well, I have grown in the time, and I will not allow you interlopers into the ruins, the tomb of my people. And she is just going to casually throw out an ice storm.
If this were a normal conversation, Levi would absolutely respond to her, but the fact that he's like fighting 4 wolves is going to keep him from doing that. But he absolutely just kind of shouts, like, kind of offhanded behind him. He's like, "Peter, I'll take care of these wolves. You take care of her."
That does not. Why would that not go for? Okay.
I'm an intelligent person who's viewing all of this through a computer screen, and I can see, name tags. So I've made the connection, but does Dell see any kind of resemblance? Does this woman look familiar in any way?
Not particularly. Her face looks familiar to you. Perhaps
Like she maybe has some
roll-
kind of sisterly relation to someone else I've seen somewhere.
I mean, she did just murder that. She did just murder. She did just say that someone murdered her sister 18 years ago.
Right. And I'm just,
Yeah.
saying that they have very similar names, and I'm trying to see, can Dell easily make the same connection?
I mean, by looks, yes. Well, by looks, you can tell that her and the other person were of the same people, family, however that person is talking about it. But with the distance you have, any kind of like facial discreet, like we'll say in the heat of battle at this moment, no. Not on the sisterly aspect, but that she does look familiar to you.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Ice Storm. I just keeps DM whispering it. Ugh. Oh, okay. Sorry. I just need to do this. Never. Okay, here we go. Once again, Ice Storm. Better.
Oof.
So, for everybody inside, I am going to need a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. So Ravison, as she casts this ice storm, she shouts out, as she starts to walk away, she essentially shouts out, May the icy cold, the icy, God damn it, may the icy cold touch of the tundra lay you to rest. And she jumps off and runs off. Okay. So yeah. So everybody except for Del Nadre is going to take half damage, or is going to take full damage.
So everybody's still up.
Damage is it?
23 total damage.
Oh, wait, 23?
11 bludgeoning and 12 cold.
Oof. All right.
Each of the wolves dies in this onslaught.
Oh, thank God. I didn't consider that they would also be affected by that. I was like, that's bad.
And their
So
bodies,
Rosemary,
their bodies
kinda...
just start to like disappear in like butterflies.
Are you still up, Rosemary?
She kind of like falls to one knee and like looks like she's about to like pass out and fall over, and then she just kind of like shakes her head and like gets back up a little bit, and she's at 1 HP because
I
of
forgot about
relentless
that.
endurance. Because I'm a half orc, baby. I gotta get out of this fucking snowstorm.
I don't think it's a pulsing spell. It's just like a single thing, but it's difficult terrain.
What was the what again?
What was the damage?
11 bludgeoning and then 12 cold.
So 23. And I'd taken 7 damage from getting bit by a dude.
Yeah, I'm at 3 HP and I saved.
Okay. You said 11 bludgeoning?
Yes, 11 bludgeoning and 12 cold.
All right. Let me roll my stone's endurance for the bludgeoning. Oh, that's why I can't find my thing. Oh my gosh, let me do the health. Thank you.
Oh, man. Levi, thank God you were raging too, huh?
So, -6.
Oh, true. I only take half bludgeoning damage. I need to add HP back.
Oh, okay, good.
-5 for bludgeoning and -6 for the cold.
Because the 11 bludgeoning damage. Corey, do you want me to add 6 or 5 back? 5, right?
5. Yeah, 5.
Okay. Cool. I'm at 17 still.
17. Okay, so 2 of y'all are pretty good, and 2 of y'all are basically dead.
Ouch.
Okay.
All right. And we'll take down. So I guess it's Bitte's turn.
Yes. Yeah, so Beta will... Where did the mage go?
She's more
Jumped off backwards, I think.
Yeah, she ran further into the tomb. But you were the one who was searching around the tomb earlier, right?
Yes.
So you know how where the moose came out of the crumpled down little wall in the moon
Yes.
dial? Yeah. Your I would say your first thought is like that's where she's running to because there was no other way. She either ran there or she ran out and like into the wilderness. But since she
Okay.
already talked about not letting anybody else into her family's tomb, I would say, even if you're not a betting man, you would lean towards the idea that she is retreated further within.
Okay. Beta will... How... This is like a 10-foot...
Oh, and I think, yeah, give me 1 second. I would definitely say that with the hailstorm coming down, your campfire's gone.
God damn it. What are you doing here, Corey?
I mean, come on.
Corey is trying to murder all of us. He said that moose wasn't hard enough, no one took any damage, time to murder the party.
Now
Yeah.
that the campfire has been extinguished, you can see, without being blinded by the fire, that the sun is actually up. It's morning! Hooray! Hooray.
No,
No?
it's not.
Damn
Right,
it!
so this all happened in one round before any of us could take an actual full round. And now it's gone and there's no light.
Yep. This was a pretty accurate
Spell
description of what just happened.
Wait,
Shit
hold on.
just
Did the lady disappear?
She ran away. She cast the
Wow.
ice storm and just pieced out.
Did we see which direction she left in?
Bitte,
Direction.
if he has not described it, is that she jumped further into the tomb, likely towards the moon dial, and then further into the ruins themselves.
Okay, Beta will call out. I mean, he would have told them at some point before now about the like hole in the wall that the thing came out of.
Oh yeah, that was all covered last session when you guys were
Yes.
they were messing around with everything.
Yes, and this druid looked human. Yes.
It's hard for you guys to have gotten a good description. It's a very beautiful human, if that.
Okay. Beta will say, she's headed for the broken cleft in the tomb I told you about. Follow me. And he will, I guess, no, he will not dash, because fuck dashing, so, he will just come this 30 feet over here, and, use an action to, pull out and light a torch.
Okay. So that torch is going to give you. And I just want to, just in reference terms, you are probably going to see where this lady is. But that's just because the dynamic lighting on this map does not cover this cliff right here. So
Yeah,
just assume
we can see her on the map, but I imagine we can't see her IRL because we can't see through walls.
It'll be meta knowledge. As he runs over there, he grabs a torch out of his bag, out of his like quiver on his back, and he grabs a through his like thick mitten, he grabs just a handful of coals from the fire and blows into them, and then jams the torch into it, and blows life into the torch, and then shakes his hand out before it can heat all the way through. Because that's how insulation works.
Yeah.
Yay! Yay, science.
Also, dope theme. Dope thematics. Anyway.
Thematics. All right. And so anything else for your turn?
Nope. That's his action movement, and he can't dash as a bonus action yet, so.
All right. Del Nadre. You're rushing out there after Bitte?
I'm checking something.
And then Del Nadre casts Dimension Door and says bye. And him and Rosemary just leave. Off to go heal. Because Bitte is crazy.
Well, give me a second, because I'm the healer, but I'm last in initiative.
Yeah.
Alright, so jumping rules says that if I move 10 feet, I can make a long jump equal to my strength score. So can I run the 10 feet across this platform and then jump? Oh wait, no, that's way longer than... Never mind. Cancel that. I don't know why I was thinking 20 feet is my 10 feet strength score, or my 12 strength score.
I suppose I could have run and jumped straight up onto the thing, since he is so tall.
Yeah, it's a 10
All
foot.
right,
It's
so
a 10
instead,
foot.
Nope, I'm not there.
And he's 8 feet tall.
Yeah, you could definitely like run, jump, and then like hoisted yourself up. No problem. I wouldn't-
Okay, yeah, high jump you can do, if with a 10 foot you can do 3 plus your strength. So that'd be a 15 high jump for me. So I'm going to run straight in that direction and jump up. And I don't know if that's going to take all the rest of my movement or what you want to call that.
I'd say because I mean you're doing a 15-foot high jump.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm like on that edge or where you want to put me.
No, where you are is fine.
Okay.
Or where you were rather, 1 foot.
I mean, I guess if I have to, I can always
So your strength
dash.
score is 12, and you are 5 feet tall. 5 foot 6 inches, 7.
Yeah, I mean I guess the D&D rules is for the high jump you can do it's 3 plus your strength modifier, so
Mm-hmm.
I could jump 15 feet with a running start.
It's 3 plus your strength modifiers, so that gives you 4.
Oh yeah, you're right. Modifier is not the actual number. 'Cause I'm dumb.
You can definitely run and then hoist yourself up.
Okay. You want me to make like a check or anything for that, or?
No, you just now, but you.
I know I invite my own failure, but
you're going to be right there at the edge, though. You basically just run the whole 20 feet and then use it to hoist yourself up. So, Bitte, if you wanted to, you could do the same thing, which would give you up here. You'd still just have your one movement, though, unless you wanted to dash. But I'd say
in that case, 20 feet of movement gets me up onto the thing, and then another 10 would get me there.
Put you 5 feet back and call it even. So yes, you're
Okay.
good, and you still lit your torch.
Yes. Yeah, so it's still action used.
Oh, my bad, guys. I totally forgot. You are walking through difficult terrain.
Okay, well, I'll dash then.
Beat not.
Oh yeah, does
Oh,
Beat
because
not
you're-
have...
Because of your ranger.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So then, Del Nadre, yeah, you'd have to dash, but Beta, you're in the same. You're good to go then.
And, well, I know where she is. I can't see her from here because she's blocked by the moon dial thing.
She's blocked by the tree.
Well, yeah, the tree, but also the moon dial. I can't. I mean, that thing's tall, right? Like.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's tall. You guys, Yeah.
Because I could peek around the tree, but I'm assuming I still can't see her.
No.
Okay.
And if you could, it's maybe like the back of her head.
All right, so let's see. Hold on one sec. Let me figure out what my movement is here. So that's 10, 20, 30 to get out of the thing.
And then just
Okay, that's pretty much all my movement to get to the tree.
yeah.
Okay, then I'm just going to bonus action hide behind the tree. Not the best, but
Okay.
what I got.
All right. Levi?
I think it's just going to be a dash from me.
Okay.
Actually, Rosemary, how are you looking? Bad?
I have 1 HP.
Okay, Levi, like, is she like, oh, she's like down on her knees, like struggling to get up. I imagine she doesn't look great.
Yeah, just like
Yeah, she like kind of fell to her knees for a second, but she's like getting up, but she's still a little stooped over.
she looks up and gives you a thumbs up, and it's just like a slight cape of scalping. Just coming down her forehead. Just a slight case.
Yeah, I think Levi is going to kind of just, because it's difficult terrain, right? So
Yeah.
to get to Rosemary and get out would cost me like 25 feet. Well, doubled, right? So 50 feet.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to... It's 10 foot for every square. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
Okay. I think Levi is going to run over to Rosemary, and he is going to pick her up and carry her out.
Okay. You're raging, so I'm not going to make you roll anything for
Yeah.
this.
So he's going to just run over to Rosemary, kind of scoop her up, and just carry her out to here.
Okay.
And just lean her against the wall there. If you want to move over here, yeah.
We'll do that right there,
So-
just like that.
Yeah. And then let me double check something really fast. And then I'm going to use the last 10 feet of my movement to run this way, and I'm going to try to get up, and on my next turn I'm going to try to run up the stairs here.
Okay.
He makes sure Rosemary's good, that she's safe and in a good place. And as she's starting to catch her breath, he's gonna take off.
It's only a
in
10.
hopes to.
It's only a 10-foot cliff. You could.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not that high. You could next
in
turn.
that case.
You could just climb up, or if you have 10 feet of movement left, I'd say you could
10
just.
feet of movement, yeah, because I quote unquote dashed.
We'll
so,
just put you right there at the edge then.
yeah, he
we'll just
hops
call
up and
it
he
even.
gives Rosemary a thumbs up as he turns, and he sees Dale right there.
Okay.
And check your DMs.
Oh, can you see me with my 12 stealth?
I mean, you're on the same side of the tree as me, so I hope so. Unless you've
Yeah,
somehow
okay,
learned
that
the
makes
art of
sense.
instant camouflage.
Not yet. But we'll get there.
All right. Well then.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Can Beta see anything of the person, or could he, in the process of getting there, like when he was back?
You probably just like Don Andre see the top of her head. The moon dial is kind of blocking some of your vision.
Okay, in that case, could I have used my bonus action on that turn to move my hunter's mark to the druid?
I don't see why not.
I want to see why not, but I don't see it.
I don't. I mean,
No.
I truly don't. I don't see an issue of what it is. You didn't use your bonus action during that time, and
I did. It didn't occur to me that I was now potentially within
with
visual
visual
range of
distance.
it.
And there's not. It doesn't have to be used in the same turn, right?
No,
Like
no,
something-
it,
as the
it
whatever
goes
it died
on
off.
with concentration up to an hour.
Oh, okay. Then
Which
yeah.
I guess I have to roll a couple of.
Oh yeah,
concentration
you
checks.
did get hit. You threw it down before you got attacked, so 2 concentration, and if you pass both,
Oh, I don't have it anymore.
Okay.
But I can cast it again.
If you can cast it again with your bonus action, it's bonus action cast, right? Yeah.
Yep,
So then, yeah, you may cast it again if you wish to.
I do.
Okay. And post the text of that spell for everyone's knowledge, and then we will move forward now to Rosemary.
So, how much movement would it take me to climb up this little 10-foot thing?
Corey, check your Discord DMs.
I did. Gosh.
Oh yeah, he
Okay,
just
making sure.
don't worry. Also, thank you.
So.
Thank you, bless you.
What am I trying to say? It's 10 feet, though, given your weakened state, and the fact that you just had to use your orcs.
I'm also like 6'4", so like theoretically I could just like reach up and grab it, right?
Yeah, but you're also really weak.
That's fair.
So you can reach something that's 11 feet off the ground. Yes, you can reach it. I will not take any movement from you, but I will require you to do an athletic check to see whether or not it works.
Okay.
If you fail the check, then you go back down. You guess
Okay.
you can try it again, but well, no, that's your turn. That would be. Well,
So does the athletics check count as my movement or an action?
no, it's your object interaction.
Okay, cool.
Nah, no, just make a check. We'll see. If you fail it, something bad will happen. If you don't,
Alright, I got a 12.
you're good. You're good. It's more
Okay,
than, it's bigger than the height it is.
Be up here with my friends. While I'm doing that, I will summon my spirit totem. I'm gonna summon the unicorn spirit for the first time. Which is gonna be fun. Let me copy that into the chat. Can I highlight a thing, please? Here. Let's do the whole thing. So, and then I'm going to, once I get up to the top, I'm also going to cast Healing Spirit. So, we got 2 spirits up in here. The unicorn I'm gonna put over here, so that everyone's still in its 30-foot range. Oh, whoops, God, I thought that was the... I thought that was the measurement tool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a unicorn that looks like a spider.
And it has a
and then there's
30-foot radius circle?
Yeah, it has a 30-foot radius circle. Everyone has advantage on ability checks made to detect creatures also in its aura. So I don't know, because I can't see if she's over there. But I figure it's probably useful.
Very, like, at the very edge of her aura, yes. Can everyone see that? It's a little light bright. I'm going to make it a
Yes.
yellow.
I'm blocked by a tree right now, so I can't see shit.
There you go.
I'm just guessing. Oh, there we go, yeah.
This is where the unicorn has peed in the snow.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm also casting Healing Spirit, which I'm gonna put right in this little spot that, right in this little spot. It looks like a transparent beaster face, so it does look like a spider.
Okay.
Because she's Rosemary. And she's going to move through... Oh god, I'm rotating my spider.
Does the healing spirit have an aura as well?
It doesn't have an aura. It's a 5-foot cube I can see within range. Or it appears in a 5-foot cube. It doesn't have an aura, but when you or the creature that you can see moves into the spirit space for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, the spirit can restore 1d6 hit points to that creature, no action required. And it can do that a number of times equal to 1 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, so it can do that 7 times.
Okay. And she's just gonna basically say you're walking through it, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm walking through it, and I gain 1d6 from that, and then because of my unicorn spirit here, everyone in this aura gains 3 hit points. Because I cast a spell that restores hit points to something, so they all gain hit points based on my druid level, which is 3.
So everyone gets 3 hit points automatically.
Yeah, everyone gets 3. Ooh, max heals.
And 6 heals whenever you walk through the healing spirit.
Yeah, you
this
gotta walk
turn.
through the spider, but you will get hit points if you do so.
Okay, so how many do I get right now again? I'm
You get
confused.
3 right now, and then
3 right now.
when you walk through, you will get 6.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm back up over half. Yay.
Which, let me do,
All
I
right.
can also move it as a bonus action, but I can't. But summoning the unicorn was a bonus action, so next turn I can, like, zip the healing spirit through everybody and give everyone a heal.
Okay. All right. So, is there anything left for you on your turn, Rosemary?
I do not think so. Yeah, because that was bonus action, action, movement. I don't think I used my full movement, but I want to hang out with my friends. I also, like, reach over and, like, pat Levi on the shoulder and I say, thanks, man.
All right. Okay. Well, on Ravison's turn, which is not in the turn order, but it's going to come right after Rosemary, like she acted last time. She is going to just keep on running away. So, disappearing into the night. Away she goes.
Onwards.
We hear what way she was going.
You hear some echoes as she kind of jumps down, and you can hear that she impacts.
We can hear that she's entering the tomb rather than just running straight south off into the wilderness.
Yes, mostly because like the way you can hear an echo, you weren't really hearing anything beforehand. Maybe some scuffles or stuff, and stuff. But truly, when she hit the inside of the tomb, and just the speed of her movements moving into there, caused a lot of enough sound to give you guys a heads up on which direction she was continuing to walk. So, we're back up to the top of the turn order with Bitte.
Alrighty. I know. What did I do there? Can you also hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I accidentally hit back on Discord, but it didn't fuck anything up, so we're all good. All right. So, Bita will jump right on off this and continue on. Did he get healing from that healing spirit?
You
Three.
have
Yes, you got 3 hit points from it.
to get before you move off though, to get the additional 6, you need to run to the
Through
spider's
this-
space. So that would be
Through this particular spider.
That's a 15 feet back, 15 feet back to. It's basically 30 feet round trip to get 6 more health.
Sorry.
Okay. But did he get the first 6 health?
He got the first.
You got 3. I did 2 healing things. One of them is a spirit that if you touch it, it gives you 6. The other one is if I cast a healing spell, anyone in a 30-foot radius gets my druid level worth of hit points. So you got those 3.
Okay. Let's see. That's 15 feet back. Do I wanna? Should I? Yes. Do I want to?
And
No.
I should say this now that we're at the top of the order again. If at any point you guys want to just kind of like back off the intensity of this moment, I can take the turn order down. But until you keep up this ramping of activity of like every second matters, rushing after her, the turn order will stay on, and you only get the chance to stop it when it hits Bitte's turn.
Yeah, so we have to go through a full round essentially.
Yeah, because they all technically happen simultaneously. So,
And do y'all want to take a sec?
I mean, I imagine that right now we're just going to be chasing after her, yeah?
Yeah.
And Beta. So I'll say Beta kind of gets the consensus a little bit, right?
If
That-
we want to wait 6 seconds, I don't know, that might drop Levi's thing though. It might drop his rage.
Yeah, but I think spinning around doing nothing but running drops it anyway.
It
Yeah.
would actually, but it's fine. I have another use of it.
Yeah, so resource-wise, all we stand is to gain health by taking a minute.
That's fair.
And yeah, Beta's concentration on Hunter's Mark lasts for an hour, so he is pretty freaking confident she's just in there.
Yeah.
So he will run back, get that, and then he will come and dash across. Why did I go in? No, that was a total of 60 feet, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's his movement, and
Okay. So just to confirm, you're continuing the hunt this second.
no.
No. Okay. So you're just moving forward just to kind of.
Well, yeah. So I guess probably instead of that, he's like right here behind the edge of the sundial, the moon dial. So he runs back, gets the healing, and then he comes back up here so he can watch this. But he's like effectively waiting on the others
Okay.
to join him while keeping an eye on where she would be.
Okay. All right. Well then, good. So we'll drop the turn order for now, which will leave you guys to, you have your moments now to. What is that sound?
Alright, so I've used 2 out of 7 heals, so I will
So-
just, like, run my spider through all 3 of us.
When he taps the healing, do we all get the 3 pulse again?
So technically the 3 pulse, I think,
It only
if you
procs.
cast a spell using a spell slot that restores hit points. So if I were to use another spell slot on, like, Cure Wounds, which I might, then everyone would get the 3 hit points.
Okay, so it's just the 1.
Yeah. But I am going to run my spider through all 3 of us right here, so everyone gets another 6. So that would be 5 out of 7.
I mean, he'll drop far enough back that with 30 feet he can reach him. So he'll-
Yeah, I can, like, do whop, whop. And then that would get Bite up to full, right?
Yeah. Actually, Beta's already at full from the other 6 points. I just forgot to add them already.
Oh, okay. So in that case, everyone is at there. So there's 2 more that I have. What's the most efficient way to do this?
You can ask everybody just to come. You guys can all move down there next to Bitte and get this healing down out of the way, and then move back up.
Yeah,
I mean,
do we want
Beta's
to...
already healed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bitte's all healed. So between Dell and Levi, who
Alright.
I have 2 more bits of the healing spirit, and then I'll do a cure wounds on someone. So it's all in who needs what.
I mean, Levi's at. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, am I recovering HP right this second? I'm at
Yeah.
21. So you said something about running your spider through everybody. Am I getting that, or?
Yeah, everyone got 6 just now.
Okay, cool. So I'm at 27 out of 40. So I'm
Yep.
like pretty okay.
Okay, and Dell, you're at, what is that?
12.
6. Is that after getting the 6 from the spider?
That was the 1/6.
Okay, so I'll give you another one. And then I'll give Levi the last one, and I'll do a cure wounds on myself, and then everyone gets an additional 3.
Okay.
So
I'll
27
take-
plus 6.
So I get another 9.
Yeah.
With
No.
the 6
I
plus
think it's only another 6. The +3 only happened once. Right.
Yeah, but I'm about to cast cure wounds on myself, which would
gotcha.
give everyone another
Okay.
plus 3.
So yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, so plus 9.
Okay.
I'm
Which
back
means
to
you need
full.
a 36 out of 40.
Nice. And then I get a 1d8 plus 6, I think. So that's 5 plus 6, so I got 11 back. So I got... Okay, so then I think I'm at full. Okay. Yeah, that'll do good. And then this spider disappears because it's used its charges. But the unicorn is still hanging out. And once everyone's gotten that extra little 3 from the cure wounds, I'll move the unicorn up so that once we all move up, it'll be easier to potentially detect the that druid. And I think I can move it 60 feet and around, so I'll just send it as far up as it can go. If this is a thing. I don't know if it's actually in a spot or not, because I can't see because the sundial's in the way.
Yeah, that's fine. You're kind of, it's a good, up towards the entrance of the hole into the tombs without going into it. You kind of get a good sense of what's inside the entry little zone, and your spirit has sensed no other creatures in there outside of Bitte within its range of what it has.
Okay. Yeah, so that's all the healing I think I can do just now.
Okay. Alright, so healing's all done. Bitte, you're sitting there taking watch. Delnadre, Levi, what's your plan now? How far forward? How are we progressing this?
This mage seems like perhaps she's responsible for the moose.
Yeah, that sounds logical. At the very least, she's responsible for sicking a whole lot of wolves on us and hitting me in the face repeatedly with a lot of ice. So,
And she's clearly responsible for killing all of the hunters from Lonelywood. A crime for which I cannot stand by and allow her to live.
oh, you know what? Quick question. Am I unarmored? Because I woke up from sleep. Should I go back and get my armor?
I imagine as adventurers we probably sleep in our armor.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to
Especially
do
'cause
that?
you'd have
Because
to take off,
sometimes
like-
the rules are like, no, you shouldn't.
You'd have to take off like all of your warm clothes though in order to get your armor off.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say
So,
out here in the wilderness, when you're sleeping in a dungeon, you're not sleeping comfortably, but you are sleeping safe in terms of you have your armor on, you have your weapons nearby. This is not like a night in the inn where you are taking everything off, taking a shower, and well, probably not taking a shower, but taking
And
everything
I'm
off.
ready to do my job, which is sneak.
Me too.
All right.
I think honestly if she were simply protecting the area around her ruins here free from hunters, that would be one thing. That is stewardship, but venturing out and disrupting the balance is obviously only leading to the deaths of more animals. The hunters would not have come to hunt the moose if this moose was not actively coming into their territory, and
He referred
we
to
would
their deaths
those
as a
wolves
prank.
would be-
And for that
True.
I do not... That
But
cannot stand.
All right, so we're stopping her. Cool, we're all in agreement.
And I have no further context about her or what she said about her sister, so yeah. All right.
Though
Beta
I-
will. Oh, I was just gonna say Beta will attempt to get kind of stealthy.
Yeah, I think Levi doesn't excuse the fact that the folks from Lonelywood did a grave robbing. Like, that's not chill, but like also just like doing the whole moose thing and then killing any hunter that comes into the forest around here, not so cool.
Mhm.
Did they do a grave robbing though?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
She said something about disturbing the tomb, but I thought that was just her talking to us.
Something about them coming and taking her sister's tomb or something like that, or taking her sister from the tomb.
I think
18
she
years
just said
ago.
that they took her sister.
Yeah, I thought they said like they murdered her sister 18 years ago.
Her sister
Yeah.
died, and she shouted out that she wasn't going to let you guys disturb the tomb of her people.
Yeah, so she's
Yeah,
just
sounds
loco
like-
crazy because her sister died, and so she's killing everyone in the area.
Yeah, great life lesson about insanity and vengeance. Everything she's doing is self-fulfilling.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Fulfilling. Animals are dead. She's not protecting nature. She led us to kill those wolves. Not these wolves. The wolves.
She
on
did
our way
kill the vast majority of the wolves. We're really
She
only
did also-
responsible
yeah,
for
she
like
did
2
definitely
of the
murder-
wolf deaths.
here. Yeah, but I get the sense those were like conjured wolves because they disappeared in sparkles.
They did.
That's
Did
true.
they?
Yes, they did.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
When all of them died, they disappeared. The ones you killed, like one by one, they were still dead. They were still there because, as a whole, the group was there, so their bodies were there. But when everyone
Still-
died in a big ice thing, they did, and that wasn't very.
She attacked us. That's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were
The
like,
time is right for a sneaky, stealthy.
yeah, and we were like, okay, job done, cool. Until she fucked with us in the middle of our goddamn REM cycle. So now her sister's tomb.
She
is
messed with
in-
her REM sleep, and now she must die.
Okay. All right. Well.
Guys, I can almost guarantee Beta is about to be more stealthy than Levi while he's wearing heavy armor. Now that I have seen your roll, hold on.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you guys creep on into the space. For the most part, let's just, even though we're not under turn order, try to keep your movements to 30 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Just so that as
Yeah.
you approach things, I can react and not just have you like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the far side of this dungeon."
Oh, yeah.
Let me group up, and then from now on we'll go 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a way that we can all just select ourselves, since we're not in initiative order? We can select like as a group and just move us all 30 feet.
No, only I can do that.
Yeah. So Beta, while still hidden in his own right, to keep. He assumes that she is still egged up and knows that we're going to be coming. Like, he doesn't think we're going to be like catching her completely by surprise. So he still from hiding is going to just throw his torch in here. It's for like
Even
Red
the-
Dead.
Go utility spider.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Go Gadget Spider can.
Go Gadget Spider.
I didn't realize it was putting out like actual light. That's fucking
It's
great.
not.
So yeah,
It's
his torch is.
No, I meant Court needs to throw down a spider token to represent the torch that's being thrown.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So Rosemary, you had mentioned something about something sensing people within there.
We have advantage to sense
Yeah.
people within the unicorn spirits area.
Okay.
You and your allies gain advantage on all checks made to detect creatures in the spirit's aura.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not just that it automatically detects it. It's just when you guys are
Yeah.
making the attempt
Yeah.
to.
Beta also has Hunter's Mark on it. So
Oh yeah.
Beta's passive to detect it is 19. It's just his passive to detect this individual.
Can y'all see the light? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay. it
I'm
does-
a little bit blocked by the wall, but yeah.
Yeah, and I see a triangle between this and the door.
Mhm.
Everything
much.
else is
Yeah, it's working.
Yep. So inside this barrow, as you throw the torch in there, you hear just some scuffling. This little pause against the stonework, and all of a sudden, this cadre of small woodland animals rushes towards you guys. Some foxes, a hare, an owl, some wolf pups, a young bear, like a bear cub, and a goat just kind of like rush at you guys. How do you react?
I think Rosemary will try to step in between them and the party and just in Druidic say, like, we have no quarrel with you, go and be on your way.
Yeah.
And kind of like leave some room for them to go around us.
Yeah.
I'm crouching behind the wall and relying on my stealth.
So yeah, they've rushed past you guys. Rosemary, you drop your stealth roll to step in and show off your friendliness. Yeah, your druidicness and your friendliness, and they kind of take an opportunity with stepping open and leaving the little pathway for them, and these creatures rush up into the woods, leaving the barrow to be eerily silent as you guys peer in.
Did those just look like regular ass animals?
To you, yes. I mean, they didn't look anything spectacular about them. They just looked like some animals that were taking up refuge here. Obviously, something else was going on, because you wouldn't have gotten that assortment of creatures without their mothers, without some sort of...
Yeah, she's
I
Batman
imagine some
crossed
sort
with
of, like-
Dr. Doolittle.
Some sort of conjure woodland beings, perhaps.
No, they were real. It's just like either they were orphans, or she just befriended all of these little creatures and saved them. That's something you can ask her for that.
That's something we can ask her.
So,
Hey, quick question!
This barrow is strewn with bones of past prey and crumples of rock that's fallen off the walls. The statues inside here are in a lot better shape than the ones outside. You can see their features more distinct, and once again, the similarities between Del Nadre and these statues come to mind.
Like, how so? We have similar facial features, or...
Yes. Not that it's a statue of you, just that, hey, Del Nadre, this could be like somebody in your family.
Hey, look, it's your uncle.
I mean, it could be. I don't know.
How much do you know about your family, Del? Have we discussed this, like, in character?
No?
No.
I don't think anyone's, like, asked.
I did mention that I have siblings. We talked about that.
Yeah, but you were real cagey about it, and you wouldn't answer any of Levi's questions.
Was I? Or were you just not asking the right questions?
I don't know, like regular ass questions.
It's not
If you're
being
gonna be
really
cagey.
picky about their siblings would say.
I'm pretty sure I shared their
or-
names when you asked, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
I've got
I have
two
siblings.
Yeah,
Normal human thing to have.
I sure do love sharing friend times with my looks at hand family.
It's my looks at hand bro, hers, and Sims.
But no, they're not. It's an adopted family. I was adopted. Like my actual biological family, I don't know anything about them. Should we go find this lady?
I mean, probably just like if you're
Like, I
hearing
know I'm gonna
voices
get
and
accused
shit,
of
and this
being
guy looks
cagey
like
and dodgy
you.
again, but I'm just saying.
I was going to say, Del Nadre, deflection is an excellent tool. But yes, we can go find her and then run an inquisition on your family.
Sure. I have no secrets. I am an open book.
You do realize deceptions are a sin, right?
Are you going like religious now?
I mean,
Are
He's
you
not-
like gonna
he's
start
not-
preaching
he's
to
not-
us?
He's not
But-
religious. He's this one's a funny haha, but
they're not like a real sin, though.
Pizza peeks into the thing.
Yeah, peeking into the barrow, you were able to determine that there's nobody inside this room. There's a 10-foot drop to get inside, but outside of that, it seems empty in the clear.
Cool.
All right, start suiting up in my climbing gear so I can spelunk my way in. No, I'm kidding. Let's go. Alright, you start
Levi
going.
passes by Del Nadre as he goes to walk in, and he kind of just leans in close, and he's like, "Del Nadre, where's your little rock?"
Oh, I gave it to Rosemary.
Good. Rosemary, hold on to that rock. I don't know what it is, I don't know what it does, but maybe we'll need it. But I don't want Del to have it. And he passes through, and he enters the whatever this thing is.
Look over to Dell. I'm like, are you cool with not having a rock?
That's fine.
Okay.
I don't have a whole lot of attachment to it. I resent being looked down upon. Just 'cause he's
Oh,
so
no.
freaking tall, and I jump down.
I'll hop in.
All right. So you were
I'll bring my unicorn in here.
you were down in the barrow.
Yay.
You have four paths that lead out to various corners. The one to the north, although you can't, maybe you guys can all, some of you can probably see, dead ends. Just kind of slowly comes closer and closer before it ends in a point. Now there is a pathway directly ahead of you guys that's towards the north, or rather the southwest corner of the room, out west, and then it kind of curves off to the south. You also have another pathway to the south that kind of looks like it's curving around. Thank you, Ben. And Del Nadra, you can tell that there is a door closing that one around. And then finally, to the very southeast of this room, next up, the very southeast of this room is a door that leads out. Bitte, putting two and two together, you'd realize that's the door that you had kind of investigated on the outside that had no handle. And then finally, to the northwest of this room, down a small hallway, is where your hunter's mark is indicating that Ravison is holed up. Or rather, that's the path that she took.
So
You said over
that
here?
way.
Yes.
Pizza picks the torch back up so that you don't have to change the lighting scheme. And finds a door.
I can't
And
be
walks
good.
into the.
I'm gonna stay near Bitte.
I think Levi's gonna follow.
All right. So
Yeah,
you
come on.
all walk around the door, and you find in front of you a stone door engraved with a white semicircle, obviously the symbol of a half moon, with its rounded edge facing toward the left.
Oh, also the spirit totem only persists for a minute. So is it gone now?
Oh, it's definitely gone. Given you guys are kind of stealthing your way through here, taking your time, conversing outside the entrance, we will say it's gone.
Mhm.
Such an awful color.
All right. Okay, so now that you all are all single file, lined up in a perfect little line there, in this hallway,
God.
what would you like to do?
So like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, let me check the door for traps. All right. I check the door for traps.
All right. Roll me investigation.
22.
This door, which is not locked, seems to be closed by some sort of magical effect.
But
Sorry,
it's
not
not
locked.
trapped.
Not trapped. Is what I meant to say. It's
But it is locked.
It's locked, but not trapped. My bad. Yes.
All right, so we got ourselves a puzzle dungeon. Eventually, we'll find an item that lets us change the phases of the moon.
Hmm.
I don't think we can go this way. I'm gonna shoulder check the door just in case.
Perhaps the moon is in Aquarius, and that is the problem.
The moon is not an Aquarius. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't understand astrology.
Levi out here shouting off gods that aren't even real.
The astrological signs have nothing to do with the phases of the moon. Look, it's fine. Ah!
You know, like Aquarius, Moon, Capricorn, Sun. Those mean anything to you?
Alright, let's...
Waxing crescent.
Alright, everyone, just back it up. This way is not going to do anything for us. Let's turn around.
Beat, beat, beat.
Rosemary, it seems we must retreat.
Oh, and she just like shuffles backwards. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
And Levi's gonna try to lead the way down this other hall.
All right. So you guys back out of that hallway, going down to investigate the kind of hallway off to the west that curves south.
Oh, there you are.
And the underground passage in this part of the barrow narrows before ending at a wall, upon which is mounted an oval mirror, which is approximately 7 feet tall and about half as wide, encircled by a decorative stone frame. The mirror...
Now hold on. Is the mirror facing Levi?
Yes.
He absolutely does little finger guns.
I'm surprised you didn't like green.
He's gonna turn around. He's gonna say, "Guys, no pressure, but there is a painting of the most beautiful man on this wall.
How can you tell?
Come look.
Alright, I'm gonna feel my way around the wall.
Can you not see?
No.
Where's
It's like
Big
pitch
Game with
black
our
in
torch?
here. He's in the hallway with the door.
Is he just staying there?
There's no light there.
Like everyone just like moved on.
Oh, I can see. This is a mirror.
And when Beatha shows up with the light, it's just Levi flexing in the mirror.
Sigh.
Yes, there is some sort of large mirror.
You said it's oval shaped?
Yes, stuck to the wall.
Alright. I'm gonna pull out a blanket and I'm gonna cover up half the mirror so that it looks like the half moon symbol.
Nothing happens.
Damn it. Someone go try the door.
No, Del, check it for buttons or something. I don't know.
Yeah, alright, I check it for buttons.
There are no buttons on this mirror.
Yeah, I don't feel anything. Does the mirror come off the wall?
How secure? Yeah, I was gonna say, how securely is it on the wall? Can we take it with us?
It is very secure on the wall. Some sort of adhesive has stuck it to there, or it has been melded with stone. There's no like mounting for it. It's just like stuck there.
Damn you and your sovereign glue.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Probably don't know that exists.
You probably do. I would think a lot of people. Well,
maybe.
I don't know, because isn't Sovereign Glue? No, it's the other
A
one.
legendary item.
Yeah. Fucking glue.
It's whispered about in
everything.
In the dark, on the dark of night, people tell stories of the sovereign glue.
The really rich royals of Neverwinter, their drug of choice is sniffing sovereign glue.
Sovereign glue's just a myth. You really believe those stories? Alright, whatever. There's a door over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna start feeling my way along the wall. Ah.
Vita has a torch. You can just ask him to come with you.
And you have a lantern, don't you?
Yeah, but, you know. Fine, I'll light my lantern.
Alright, so let me give you some light.
If he's
because-
not dramatic, he will die. Do I notice anything about the mirror when the light comes or goes?
No. Nothing out of the ordinary affects that mirror.
Okay.
All right, so now we have you've come to another door in a very similar fashion as the first door, except that this half moon on the door is in the opposite direction, with the rounded out white portion of the symbol to the right. So now you have both phases of the half moon. And that's all you have it here. And then you have the door going out the other way, which if either of you guys
Yep, I'm here.
were to walk over to it, you just push on it and it opens up nice and easy.
Oh, okay, I was already getting ready to draw another face of the moon.
Yeah, no, and just open it up for you guys. I'll just assume you guys have. Did you
Is
open
this
it?
just outside? Yeah,
Yes,
this is just
it's
outside.
just outside.
I think Levi is gonna try to look real pensive and like he knows what he's doing, and he's gonna whatever these things are they statues?
Yes. They are large statues.
Yeah,
Hey
he's
guys,
just
what
gonna
happens?
he's just gonna stare at one.
Okay.
This one right here.
Okay.
He's just gonna go and he's just gonna look at it, and
Alright.
he's gonna. I'm gonna. What would you like me to roll to see if like some weird inspiration strikes him?
Insight, I guess.
My God,
Alright.
this is Dell in a dress.
Oh shit. So you start looking at this one and you look over the other one, and they're not statues of the same person, but they're all very similar. You know, it's just kind of like when you do, you know, generic human Ariman kind of thing. And you start looking left and looking right, and you start to see very similar jaw lines and nose structures, the way their hair looks, the body shape, and you really put it together with the similarities of everything that's here in Del Nadre.
I feel violated. Levi, why are you looking at my body shape so closely?
Why is he
hold on.
why is he figuring out your familiar ties before you do?
Levi stares at the statue, and then did Del go out? Del went outside, I guess.
Del walked outside.
Yeah, I'm standing on the half moon circle.
Um,
Guys, is this doing anything?
Also,
We hear him?
You can faintly hear him, and he's just
What?
Hey guys, is that doing anything?
this is what Del Nadre hears. Del Nadre, I found your family.
I doubt it, but I'm gonna come check anyway. What?
He's out there, doubt.
Hashtag doubt.
Ah,
Loads up a copy of L.A. Noire just to press doubt.
what, the statues?
And Levi points and he says, "These people are 100%, and I mean this with the sincerest of heart. This is your kin. I can tell by look, the shape of the nose is exact. The curve of the lips is a carbon copy of yours. Your
Alright.
small, petite, frail body is an exact match of the one in the statue. I'm certain that this is your family."
I've got enough muscle mass for someone of
You
my...
are tiny, Del Nadre.
I do hold half your feminine hips.
Okay, just because someone isn't like built proportioned like a gorilla doesn't mean that they're suddenly frail. But hang on a sec, and I'm gonna look at the face, and then I'm gonna walk over to the mirror, and I'm gonna look at myself.
All right, and roll me insight with advantage.
Is the statue attached to the ground?
Jesus.
Okay.
Is the statue attached to the ground?
Let me see if they have anything on the statues here. I think they did have some. Let's see. You need a combined strength of 25 to move the statue, but they can be moved. Denadre, the more and more you look in the mirror, the more and more you put one and two together. And you start noticing all the arguments that Levi has. But yes, go on, Levi.
Rosemary will help you drag it over.
Beta, Rosemary, help! We have to show him. We have to
Yeah.
show.
I'll drag it over. Is there anything about like the base of these statues that looks moon-like, other than the fact that they're just on circles?
No. Those are not the moon objects here in the tombs.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna drag that statue over and just set it next to Dell, so he can see the family resemblance in real time.
All right, so Denadre, you're stuck back there in the corner as they start to push this big statue, and
We're trapping you in the corner.
essentially push it there as close as they can so that it's just looming over you as you are looking.
I've
into
just
the
like
mirror.
already made the connection, just watching them. Like, no,
Yeah.
I get.
No,
No, hold on.
You have to get the full experience.
Yeah, we gotta get the side by side. Come on, it'll be great.
I just want to point out, like, the the lady's just like in that room right over there.
She's just like crouched with like a loaded crossbow, just listening to all this.
Oh my goodness.
And Levi just laughs and he like slaps Dell on the back, like maybe a little too hard, and he like bumps into the wall. But Levi barely even notices.
Okay, I will admit that there is a resemblance
Does-
in the heroic features and the svelte figure.
And the feminine hips.
Can't forget those.
And the narrow athletic hips.
God, there's a joke I want to make. It's like a really good internet joke right now, but I don't want to do it on the Twitch stream.
You look petite and breedable.
Yeah, that's the
Oh
one.
my God.
Jesus.
You're what's the little meow meow one?
You're looking real submissive and breedable there, Dell.
God. Oh my God.
Anyways.
Anyway,
I'm just completely stunned to silence and terror.
And then Levi just smiles and he says, "Well, shall we go kill your sister?"
Okay, I don't think that's... Let's not use the S word, but yes.
here we go. Just like knock on the door and see if she wants to meet you.
Please
I mean,
move
she
the
lost a
statue.
sister like 18 years ago, according to her yelling. So maybe she'd like to gain a brother.
How
Denadre,
old
how
are
old
you
are
again, Dell?
23.
Oh, okay. Maybe she forgot how to count. Maybe you used to be her sister.
I mean, I used to be a halfling, so like, who knows?
Can someone please just move the statue?
Yeah, we dragged the statue back.
We'll drag it back, yeah.
All right.
Beta does not take part in dragging it back. This
Oh,
is
that's
not...
fine.
Perhaps... I mean, would you like to try and converse with him? No? we could try knocking. It might save some time.
With the insane woman who sicked magic wolves on us?
You never know.
I mean, what do we have to lose?
Either we dick around and try to open the door now, or we knock, see if she might open it for us, and then go dick around.
I defer to your infinite wisdom.
And weren't you guys not but 5 minutes ago talking about how you collectively all came to the decision to murder her?
I mean, at least we'll have a stern talk.
First.
But now you're just
At
gonna.
the very least, we need to have a stern discussion. But also, now that we know that she might be Dell's sister, I think
It's okay.
we might need to have a talk about morals and about punishment and judgment and all that nonsense.
I think it's more a talk about, hey, did you used to have a little brother who was taken away, and then probably still just kill her? And it's information. It is important to know where one comes from, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. So you all see if you can get her to open the door, and while that fails, I'm gonna go check out some stuff.
I feel like it would be more useful to have you come with. Why is this our? Why would you not be the one to try and convince them?
I don't know her. She doesn't know me. Look, you can probably just as easily convince her that Levi is her long lost brother through the door.
Well, you have the details of your life. You'll be able to say where you were and all that sort of stuff.
And
I
you would
was
spend, what,
5.
That doesn't mean. Do you have no memories before you were adopted, or why you were in a position of needing to be adopted?
Not really. I mean, I just
Weird.
remember the stories.
Having no memories before the age of 5 is a little weird.
Is it? What
Yes,
do you remember about being 5? Really?
I have lots of memories from before the age of 5, but now I'm realizing why that might be a thing.
It's strange. I also have no memories before the age of 5.
It's not really a formative memory time.
Are you kidding me? Is this... Sorry, am I experiencing a racial divide with Goliaths here? Because I remember the smell of my father's workshop. I remember getting hit in the nose with a goat ball.
A goat ball?
You just remember what you think you remember of those times after what you've told yourself many, many times, but the actual event might not be accurate. Memory is
I remember
notoriously unreliable, so
I remember you being a gaslighting dick about 3 seconds ago.
okay, that was
Is that
recent.
memory reliable? I feel like it is.
Probably in 20
Telling
years
me what
from
I
now,
do,
you'll be
don't
like,
worry
I
about
remember
my
maybe
life,
something
just because
happened
you're
in it. I'm gonna go see if I can.
repressing
I'm gonna go
some
light that brazier.
It just runs out.
He's got me saying it now.
I love how he's also calling it brazier now.
I know, he's got me doing it.
It's called a brazier, Don Andre.
Ignorance
I
is
am
infectious.
upset.
It is the truth of the world.
Levi's gonna go knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the thick stone door.
It'll take me 4 turns to get there.
It's a very muffled sound, and you hear nothing coming from inside.
Ma'am, we know you're in there. My friend, the tall one,
Eat balls.
said he put his hunter's mark on you, and now he can track everywhere you go. So
It's a great way to start the conversation.
there's really no point in hiding.
I will send mice up your buttocks.
You'll put a knife in my box?
I will send
What?
knife up your buttocks.
And he turns to Beta and he says, "Did you understand any of that?"
Beta has advantage on perception checks involving this individual.
You heard her say, "I will put a mice up your buttocks."
Ice?
Mice.
The singular would be mouse.
God damn you guys. You bunch of adventurers on a literary adventure? Like...
Very well. You try and...
Is there a handle on the door?
There's
Their
absolutely no handle. It's a
try
puzzle.
to introduce people to their own selves. So these are just doors.
Yes.
Okay, and there's the moon thing going on with them, right?
Yep. And
For everybody watching the stream, welcome to How Dumb Can a Bunch of People Be While Trying to Figure Out a Children's Puzzle?
and Dalnadri lighting the brazier does nothing.
I come up to the door around Levi and I'm like, hey, sorry, I know this is a weird situation and everything. We do need to talk about the moose murder thing because that's not cool. But also, did you have a brother like 23 years ago?
He would have been 5 years old when you lost him.
Probably. We don't know. He doesn't have memories before the age of 5, which I think is weird and my friend thinks is weird, but our other friend thinks is weird on our part that we have memories. Anyway, did you have a brother?
Our other friends' memories were probably devoured by a slod egg growing in their chest.
Yeah, that might be a thing. Also, do you know anything about slods or eggs?
You hear some muffled sounds coming from beyond the door, but you can only tell that she is just unleashing a string of curses and insults upon your character and your parents' character and the character of your family and the character of the ground that supports you, all in Druidic.
Rosemary,
In Druidic back, Rosemary's like, listen, there's no need for harsh language. We're just trying to maybe have a family reunion here. If you don't want to meet your brother, that's okay.
Pita is gonna come out to the moon dial and see if he can push the... I don't remember the word for what that is, but he'll see if he can like push it and change its orientation.
It is immobile. One large piece. Actually, it's not one piece. Let me describe it again. It is a crystal.
However, it's in this pattern.
But it's
I
set.
imagine.
It's set into the ground.
Okay.
So
then
it's not shifting left and right. Yeah, Dalnadri, lighting the brazier did nothing. However, you do remember that there was a description of things that you needed to potentially throw into the brazier. Which was on the pillars next to the sarcophagus. And just to save you a trip up there, the images were a twig, a pine cone, a flame, a feather, and a humanoid hand.
Stick your hand in a fire, kids. D&D said so.
Pass.
I don't think it's sticking your hand. I think it's a step above that.
A humanoid hand.
Bete, Dalnadri, give me a perception check as you guys kind of walk around the...
Yeah. Pita's gonna look for like switches and impressions and seams out here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say perception?
Yes.
Okey-doke.
Haha, an unnatural 20.
All right. Both of you guys, as you walk around the phases of the moon, looking for objects and things to click, you notice that there is like very small. You couldn't really see it beforehand because you had to like kind of brush away some of the snow, but an inscription surrounding each of the full moon,
Phases?
as well as the two half phases that relate with the doors. So around the full moon, written in a language that is very bizarre. It's not something you guys know. But Dalnadri, when you look at it, it's almost as if it's written in common, and you just kind of hear this in your head. So outside of the full moon, it reads in your head. Gaze upon your own face and have 7 questions answered. And around the half moon's inscription, it says, "Unlock the tunes of the half moon."
Okay.
It's just,
Is it nighttime? Is the moon out, or is it like?
it is nighttime. The moon is not. I should say this. Let me write this. Despite you can't see the moon, but the triangle at the top of the goal of the moon dial is glowing. Although this has been something that's been happening since you guys arrived, so sorry for not making a point of it before. So there's a little tiny triangle at the very top that's glowing, but you can't see the moon because of the overcast sky.
So there's a piece on top of it that is glowing. How high up is that?
Let's go with 10 feet.
Alright. I'm lazy, so mage hand. Can I move that triangle? Can I detach it? Death.
My bad.
I guess-
I read this wrong. So the triangle at the very top is shoot. Okay, so we'll say at this very moment, the moon rises above the horizon somewhere. It's middle of the night. It's a late moon. Whatever.
The clouds clear.
Corey, yeah, not that they clear, but that the triangle starts to glow and it lights up. Bum, bum, bum. This one. Down here. There we go.
I feel like Rosemary eventually gets tired of arguing with her and Druidic, and she'll just come out and see what the other guys are doing at some point.
Yes, that was a. Sorry, didn't mean to leave you back there, but that was a not happening situation.
Yeah, it was a fruitless argument.
So I lit the brazier, and then this thing over here lit up.
Cool.
So who's making headway now, bitches?
Levi just claps.
I'll just pat him on the back.
Ooh. All right, you got this, guys.
So we just need to wait until the phase of the moon changes up until the half moon, clearly. So
Now, is this
do we
where,
want to
the
come
moon
back in a
shadow
couple
is
nights?
Landing on it? Like, is the moon dial pointing to this?
Yes.
Mito, you still have the torch, right?
Yes.
If you stand up on this ridge and try to get the shadow to land somewhere else,
It's not a. It's not a shadow. It's a light. It's like a flashlight coming from the tip of the moon dial.
oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean, it would probably look different. You probably would see a full shadow, but because the moon's not up in the sky, I mean, it's up there, but it's not casting its light down. It's only the tip of it, which is that little crystal, which goes and shoots into the little phase, which I totally failed to describe accurately until just the second.
Yeah.
Damn!
Ye-
I
yes.
angrily shake my fist at the moon.
So,
Can
yeah.
anybody
How
make
dare you,
moon?
Can anybody make moon?
I mean, I could do Moonbeam if I had a second level spell left.
Okay, so that's happened. Is any change going on with either of these doors?
No.
Okay.
No changes
We need,
happened.
we need half moons for the doors, and apparently full moon for I'm the mirror, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Have we gone to look at the mirror?
You can go check it, but I think we need full moon
Oh,
for the
shit.
mirror.
Oh, wait, the mirror's attached, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone have a mirror? And Beta goes digging through his pack.
Doing the same thing.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think the burglar's pack does have a mirror. If anyone has that.
I was wondering.
Shit.
So you're saying the floor that's colored blue is lit up now?
There's a line. There's a light that came from the tip of the moon dial that is going towards that image, that phase of the moon.
Alright, once again, mage hand. Can I twist the triangle or anything?
You cannot. You twist, you pull, you turn, you flip, and it is unmoving.
I'm gonna
Twist
take
it.
one of my
Pop it.
as of yet unused daggers, so probably very shiny and polished. Can I reflect the beam?
I guess first, does nobody have a mirror?
Imagine so.
I don't think so. And the mirror in there is stuck on the wall, so
Yes. Well,
unless I'm gonna, well, if a mirror
Unless
is
there's
needed,
one like in the explorer's pack, which I don't think
now,
so.
I wouldn't say Levi is superstitious. I would say he's a little stitious.
yeah.
But
He's
if he
minorly
was
stitious.
asked, if he was asked, he won't make the connection himself. This is over the table. He won't make the connection himself. But if he was asked to go break the mirror and bring a piece of it back, he would do that.
Yeah, I feel like that might not. I don't know. I feel like that might be bad because I feel like the full mirror is like the full moon. But I guess if we break it perfectly in half.
Hmm.
What's the inscription next to the half moon? The half moons multiples?
Unlock the tombs of the half moon.
Unlock the tombs of the half moon, and there was over on the tomb. What were the things?
The two halves, right?
Yes.
Like the two, like
The two doors that are in there are the two half phases of the moon.
and we
Well, no,
cannot
but
turn
the
them
tomb, this thing that had a riddle on it earlier.
Oh, that has to do with the brazier, which was it showed a twig, a pine cone, a flame, a feather, and a humanoid hand are all images that are on those 5 pillars, and on top of the sarcophagus is an image of the brazier.
And the brazier, these little things around it. Is there anything inscribed on those, or is it
No.
just like?
No.
Does anybody have a hand they don't need?
How was the brazier lit?
I just use a torch, or a
Yeah, you guys have just been
tinder, whatever.
You've just been lighting it with your with putting stuff inside.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rosemary's gonna start looking for the twig, the feather, and the pine cone, which I imagine she can probably find
yeah.
around here somewhere.
Between Beta and Rosemary, they probably just have a pine cone.
Oh.
The fuck are you doing?
All right. So yeah.
Why is there like phantom light as well now? What in the world? I'm getting multiple sources.
I have a lantern.
Okay, it's weirding me out. Anyway, sorry. So does putting a pine cone in the brazier cause any change?
No. It just burns it up.
About the twig, the feather, and then Rosemary's gonna like kind of shake her hand a little bit, and then just kind of like stick it in and pull it out, kind of like you do with like a fucking candle flame.
All right. Let's see. Nothing happens. All of your materials burn up. You stick your hand in there and get a minor little burn, and nothing changes.
Damn it.
Let me see.
Well, somebody's willing to chop off their hand.
Let me do a luck roll to see if my tinderbox is made out of metal.
Well, if nobody has a mirror, I will let Del Nadra go ahead and try to deflect with the knife. It's just I'm going to make him roll for it, as it's not going to be...
I mean, I don't have a mirror, but I have a massive, really shiny sword.
It's a lot easier
Like
than
like a big one.
But your tinderbox is made of paper. It's just a brown paper bag.
It's like paper. It's like paper and glue. So
paper and glue.
So it's still solid. It's like fiberglass. But...
Oh, okay, gotcha. Not that you just glued some pieces of paper into a box, but that you like press paper together with a glue like mixture.
Well, he didn't, but someone did.
Someone did. Okay, gotcha. All right, Del Nadra and Levi, between the both of you guys, decide who is going to do sleight of hand and who is going to help.
I will help, and Del Nadre will do sleight of hand.
Sounds good to me. Boing.
What do I... Oh.
Okay. Don't really need to do anything there.
Levi just holds the sword.
And I guess just for overkill, Rosemary, do you want to throw a guidance that way?
I'm gonna walk
Sure.
over and like move his body around to position him reflecting the sword, but doing it where he's like holding the most uncomfortable, awkward position to reflect the beam of light, and then I'll just walk over and just kind of hold my dagger out and bing bing.
All right, so now it has shifted to this one or the other one.
Let's see. I've already forgotten which one we went.
So this is going to be the south door on the left.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's check out that door first.
Beta will be at the door waiting for someone to call for him to try it.
Okay.
Levi, can you hold this position? That's probably just a single reflection. Yeah, you hold that, and I'll be back in a bit.
All right. So as you get closer to the door, you've noticed now that it kind of, you walk in there and you can kind of push against it, and it just kind of starts to slide open. It like clicks and then pushes. You push it a little bit, it clicks, and then you can pull it back out. So it opens up out into the hallway, and inside this room is a small circular chamber, which has been intricately carved and domed, and has a domed high ceiling, or 20-foot high ceiling. An intricately carved domed 20-foot high ceiling. A beam of light shines down from the top of the dome, illuminating the rectangular stone sarcophagus. There's nothing else in this room except for a magical light coming down from out of the stone over this sarcophagus.
Beta will take a wedge and wedge the door open as it's swung out in the hall.
Okay, so it says it needs 350 pounds of stones. 350 pounds is how heavy the top of it is. So
I think you meant the door in the hallway.
Oh, the door in the hallway. Oh, gotcha. You're wedging the door, not the door of the lid of the sarcophagus.
That's good to know, because we're also going to grave rob.
I'll go ahead and do that next.
Okay. Yeah, give me an athletics check just to see how long it's going to take
I will assist you.
To do what?
to peel off the lid of the sarcophagus.
Okay.
Because
Crowbar. Also.
it's just you. So yeah, you're able to get you get your crowbar
Yes.
in there. Bring
Yeah.
it.
So Bitta goes, now an important thing when opening a tomb is it's very important if you're opening a theoretically sealed coffin or sarcophagi to tap the thing so that you do not release pressure all at once and cause an explosion.
Yeah, I always just like pull my scarf over my face so I don't get any of that like mummy dust in my mouth, but you do you.
Well, that too, but I'm talking about literally like splinters or sometimes a stone thing, because there's a lot of gas pressure that comes from rotting. And he taps it and he cracks the thing and opens it up.
All right.
For real, one of the kings of England, I can't remember which one it was, really fat. His like sarcophagi thing in the middle of Westminster Abbey literally blew a like couple 100-pound stone top off of it and just exploded all over the church.
Damn.
Real talk, that happened.
So you open the sarcophagus, and the rush of air disturbs the cadaver's robes, which have mostly crumpled to dust. The body in this sarcophagus is ancient, and among the objects littered inside the sarcophagus, lots of little medallions, trinkets, and stuff like that. You find an unstrung bow, 6 silvered arrowheads, and a wooden cup with some strange eldritch insignia of some kind of creature etched into the side of it.
Okay. Take cup. Take arrowheads. Does anybody need some silvered arrowheads?
I imagine we might need them at some point.
I mean, I've got a bow, is what I'm saying, but if anyone else has a bow, we can divvy these up some.
I have a crossbow, but I never use it.
Do you not wish to take the bow, though?
Yeah, okay.
We can string it. I mean, I'm not there, but over the table, it is possible to string a bow.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I mean, here's and this is in a certain sense your birthright. You know?
We don't know that.
Well, also, let's be honest, the things we do for the dead are really just done for us, and if the only person left who cares about it is a homicidal maniac, then there's really no one for it to be preserved for.
I mean, we say that, but we also are currently in possession of some cursed objects from robbing a tomb.
We don't learn. We don't learn lessons.
Those curses on the objects. So, I don't know. Let's get out of here before this door closes on us or something.
Wait. You have axes. Those are better. Can you cut off this hand for me?
Oh.
I don't think I need the axe, and he just kind of reaches in and just kind of snaps off. I assume the ligaments are dusty as shit, so he just kind of...
Yeah, I would imagine you could just pick up the bones.
Yeah, so he takes a handful of hand bones and goes, admittedly, this feels like a bit much, but okay. And I've just discovered a new personality feature for Beta. Beta does not really care about the reverence of people.
I mean, there's only so much living in the wilderness that at some point you're like, yeah, I mean, you might as well use it. It's not doing any good in here.
Yeah, Yeah, for him, like it's like all pageantry related to death is just for the living. It doesn't actually matter.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna go throw that hand in the brazier, or are you just gonna hold? Are you gonna hold on to it?
Should
I'm
we
gonna
like get her up like
refill the regents because Rosemary burned those up, right?
Yep.
Let's get a new feather, pine cone, and twig.
Yeah,
I
let's
imagine Rosemary is able to
one
find
of
those
everything
relatively quickly.
Yeah.
at the same time. Yes, maybe.
Or should we
Yeah.
put out the fire and then just put everything in there and light it all like at once instead of tossing? I don't know.
Let's
Either one
do
works.
that. Let's do it that way.
Levi pipes up and he's like, "Do I still need to be reflecting this, or
Yeah,
are we
keep
done, or-"
holding it, or it might not work.
Okay, cool.
Just.
Is there a moon sign associated with the brazier that we need to shine the thing on, maybe?
Yeah, he's doing fine.
Full moon?
There was no
What?
moon sign related to the brazier, and its perceived instructions.
Cool.
All right. So you guys are gonna throw everything in.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna do the method of putting out the fire, then putting everything in, and then lighting it all at once.
Gotcha. You put out the fire, put everything in, light it all at once, and instead of in a nice orange fire, it lights up in this silvery flame.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
you hear from above on the ledge above you guys. Move over to the brazier. Okay. Except for, sorry, Levi, you're over here next to the gnome, and Rosemary's over there. Oops, sorry, Rosemary.
I'm over here I'm shining the light.
Yeah. So as you guys light up the brazier, you just hear this, and on the top of the lift,
Just what? It cut out.
it's like a.
You go so loud, I think the mic cuts you off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I don't know if it's loud.
No,
It's-
maybe it was just that.
Maybe it
Oh, you guys thought
ends
it was
there.
more? Yeah, it's just like this crack, moving of stone, release of pressure, and you just hear this voice like, "Oh, what happened here? What?
What?
You're a person?
What? Huh? What's going on here, Sonnies?"
Hello? I think Rosemary grabs onto the ledge and peeks up. Like, what does she see up here?
She sees
Very softly, you hear Del Nadre say, "Dad."
Oh, God.
You see a mummy.
And I poke my head back down and I look over to the other guys. I'm like, guys, there's a mummy.
Mom?
I mean, maybe.
Levi, at this point, you also heard the voice kind of call out, and I don't know if you.
It's really cool because I'm standing on the other side of the moon dial and I can't see it.
Okay. So yeah, you have now to determine whether or not you're going to stay where you are or inspect the person. But you kind of hear somebody shuffling around up there, and the mummy is just slowly trying to make his way, getting out of this sarcophagus. Just like, oh, who put me here in this box? What is this? Where am I? Why is it so dark?
Cautiously approach.
I
Yeah,
think Levi is so concerned with if he moves, then this whole thing might fall apart that he's just gonna stay there.
Peter will come up and say, hello?
Hello there, Sonny. How are you doing? Kind of gets up and reaches out. His hand just comes up, and it's just it doesn't smell like you might expect it to. He smells very much like pumpkin spice.
Oh my God.
Why?
Just wafting
pumpkin
some
spice
pumpkin
mummy.
spice out here. It's like, hey, how you doing there? My name is Sanar.
Hello?
Hello. What are y'all doing? Please forgive me. I feel like I just woke up after a really long time. Looks down. He's just looking at himself, and he's just like, huh. Okay, well,
Hey guys, is there someone else over there with you?
Long
Yeah.
story, yes. You wanna come meet our new friend?
But the light, and it has to reflect.
I think it's okay. You should come check this out.
Okay, Levi finally he was holding that really awkward sword angle for a very long time, and his muscles were starting to cramp a little bit. And so he's gonna finally relax and roll his shoulders a little bit, and then start to walk over.
Is this your home, sir or madam?
Home. You look. No. I can't quite remember where I came from.
Do you recall your name?
Oh yeah. As mentioned, my name's Sonar.
Interesting. And you have no memory of how you came to be here? Are you familiar with Icewind Dale?
Yeah. Hey, is this Icewind Dale? This all seems very familiar to me.
Yes, this is Icewind Dale. You can tell by the icy wind.
Exactly. Yeah, I just feel nice at home. I don't feel as cold as I usually do either. It feels pretty good.
Well,
these wraps
wrapped
are. Yeah, I know. These wraps pretty warm. You guys should try this.
Someday, perhaps. But what do you do for a living, Sahar? Sahar?
Living.
I don't I don't quite know. I know I was there for a long time. I felt like I was doing really nothing, and well now it's open, out in the light of day again. I'm ready and rocking to go. Let's do something. What are we adventuring here? We going out and around? You guys got a lot of weapons on you. Yeah.
Again, Levi pipes up and he says, "Sir, did you come out of the sarcophagus?"
Yeah, Peter will look over into the sarcophagus and see if there was anything in there with him.
There is not anything else there in the sarcophagus. Just some extra wrap, some spices and other things to keep the smell down. Likely why he smells so much like pumpkin spice. And just like before, some trinkets and medallions of things. Nothing out of the ordinary or worth anything.
Are his embalming jars in there?
They are not. No.
Okay, but nothing to indicate these are the sorts of things that, a magician would have or a warrior.
No, he wasn't buried with any weapons or any magical items or anything like that. He's just
Yeah, I'm looking less for more at gear or accoutrement rather than anything to take and have.
Yeah, no, he himself has nothing.
I bet we can convince this guy to hold a sword for us.
You probably could, but is that the best use of suddenly discovering a mummy?
Well, we are indeed adventurers. We are here at this tomb. We were actually not planning overly much on delving into it quite so, but we were attacked by some sort of crazed druid. So
No
now
relation.
we're trying to root her out. Does that spark any memory for you, or would you care to join us in this?
Oh well, I would love to join you guys. I don't know really quite have any. I'm gonna keep telling you. Maybe I might have forgotten. I can't quite remember anything. But I know a name, and I'm more than happy. I feel like I can move these arms pretty well. Yeah, where are we going? I mean, it's better than stuck in that box, right?
This is true.
I say we just use him to reflect the moonlight, so we don't have to leave Levi out here.
Listen, let me just say, this feels very weird. For me, I don't know that I'm comfortable with the friendship that we've established. No disrespect to you, sir, but the friendship that we've established with a person who should be dead. Sir, I don't know if you know this, but I'm pretty sure you're dead.
Oh, how do you know that? I mean, I don't feel a lot better than I did alive, to be honest. A lot of spring in my step.
Well, I'm just
the knee
you
ain't quite bothering me, is it? Oh, I guess I do remember that something. Look at that.
As the sinews dry and desiccate, they take on a more elastic type of arrangement. It is how many bows are constructed, so that makes sense that there is spring in your step.
Huh, look at that. Yeah. Oh,
I must say, you are very even-tempered. I don't see any immediate reason to, not
Cool guy.
be friendly individuals.
Yeah, let me help out here. Come on, guys. Let's get these bones a shaking.
Does he seem? Does he seem like he is just like confused and shucksy, or like he's being duplicitous?
You can roll insight.
I would love to roll insight.
This is just some god lich that.
Just gonna.
This is X-Rack.
You turn around and he just like disintegration raised the whole party. He's like, haha, fools. But no, this is just simply an old man. You woke him up. He's a mummy. I don't really know, D&D wise how exactly they are formed. I don't have my monsters manual on me, so I'm not going to be able to look up whether or not like this was a purposeful thing or not. But it happened, and out comes this guy, eager and ready to learn. He seems good. He doesn't seem, deceitful.
All right, Sanar. I could use your help over here.
Does he look familiar? Pointing at Del.
Turns over to Del Nodre. Oh, hi. Nope, can't say I've seen him before. He's a pretty fellow, though.
Okay, well, the stairs are this way.
See?
Let's go see if we can't find anything more about the tomb.
Up. Just gonna wander around and I guess come all the way down over here to help out Del Nodre.
As we walk, Beta's just gonna kind of converse and kind of bounce ideas off Sahan's like, so this bracer here, as they pass it, we threw some things into the fire and lit it, and the light came out silver. And then your sarcophagus opened up, and out you came, spry as you like.
Huh. Well, leave it to the youngsters to really make things complicated, huh? I mean, couldn't have just put a button right there at the top of the thing to let me out? Maybe I would have been out a lot sooner.
So, my working hypothesis... He doesn't know the word hypothesis, what am I saying? My working theory idea is that maybe you were like the caretaker here, perhaps, and your spirit is set up to be the caretaker. I don't know. It's interesting. We will find out together.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was meant to be here. Maybe
Such a great story for Beta. The friendly mummy? Are you kidding me? Go good story for the ages.
Yeah.
Can't wait to tell his kids.
His kids. All right. So as you bring Sanar over there, Del Nodre, you're going to instruct him the same way you had Levi kind of shift that light around.
Yes.
Okay.
Here, take this dagger. Hold it like so.
Okay. Are you guys going to have anybody out near the door as you are shifting this around, or are you all going to watch Sanar as he kind of stands up?
Should we go for the full moon and check that out before we go for the location we are pretty sure the lady is?
Yeah, let's go for this.
Or other way around.
Go for the one where the lady is not, and we'll work our way to the lady.
Okay, so yeah.
Beta comes down here ready to wedge the door in place when it opens.
Okay, so the there's no door there. That's the mirror. So you shine the light onto the full moon. The frame of the magical mirror glimmers, and the mirror's face turns very shimmery and fluid, like the I guess the surface of a pond, but it becomes muddled, as if you can't see anything through it now. No reflection, no nothing.
Try to reach in and see if there's like
I'm going
Something
to
in there.
things stored in
this
there.
strikes me as bad news.
Any kind of poking or prodding at the mirror, it makes it seem like it's very solid, as if there is no surface tension and disturbances as it looks.
Like the thing you prod goes in with no ripple, or
No, it stops as if it's hitting the mirror, as if it isn't rippling at all.
okay, so it's shimmery, but there's nothing.
It's not a
Mirror,
portal.
mirror on the wall.
Okay, Beta will touch it.
Nothing happens.
Said it would answer 7 questions. Maybe we need to ask it a question.
Does Beta hear or see anything in it that's not there on our side? Like it's just reflecting?
It's
or
not
just-
even really reflecting. It's just become like a muddled and clouded surface.
Okay.
And you can roll me Arcana to see maybe if you guys can pick up on what's happening here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh man. Oh wait. Detect planar portal.
Oh,
It's not a planar portal.
Is there a planar portal though?
There is no planar portal nearby. You do feel as though, just like before, the impression of, or the presence of planar energies is very strong here. So you guys, Carson, Rachel, and Del Nadri, most likely believe this is some sort of scrying pool, crystal ball, etc. And it's likely attuned to somebody else, and that is why, when functioning, it is not functioning well with you guys.
And Del, you are not able to peer through this?
No,
It
I'll
may be
try.
some bloodline
It
related.
looks kind of messy to me, but I'll walk up and touch it.
Yeah, nothing different for you, Del Nadre.
Who am I?
Nothing. No response.
Yeah, okay, nope, doesn't work.
No change in the
Beta
ripples.
touches it and thinks about his family.
Nothing happens.
Sometimes intention keys these things up.
All right,
Rosemary
that's great,
grabs-
Sanar.
wait.
Reflection show who I am inside.
Rosemary can take over holding the sword so y'all can have Samar ask it a question.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Maybe it's attuned to him.
Okay, alright, let's move this down here. Sanar comes down here, walks up to the mirror, and he's like, alright, fellas, what are we doing here?
do you see anything in this
How
mirror?
did you get this puddle halfway on the wall? What is this?
Doesn't know what a fucking mirror is. Also, I think we might be running up on our end time.
Yes, yes we are. And now that it's brought up, let's take this moment now to end our session. We will pick back up sometime. I don't know. My schedule once again is going to be messing a lot with our ability to play D&D because this weekend coming up on the 21st is my daughter's birthday. Then the weekend after that is my daughter's birthday party with the family. And the weekend after that, I have a reservation to go back to Galveston again. I don't know if you guys are available on the 30th to do another Monday night session.
Boo, family is meaningless.
My only daughter. She's meaningless comparative to D&D.
Look, we were all thinking it, but we're just glad you said it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Human beings are temporary. The dungeons are eternal.
The dungeons are all right. We'll figure it out. We'll put it on our website, maybe. And otherwise, we do hope that you guys, viewers here, have subscribed to our YouTube page, followed and subscribed to our Twitch page, if that's possible. Liked us in anywhere that you can. Sent us some weird, unnerving photos and video and letters about our own lives. Please go the extra step in being our listeners.
Be careful what you wish for, man.
Oh God. Yeah. So now that I've asked that upon myself, thank you, Rachel, for putting it in my mind. Rosemary, sorry. We are Everybody's a Mimic. We are a 5th edition actual play webcast playing Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. We are currently level 3, going on 4. Getting pretty close to that next little step, and we're on the precipice of venturing out into more and more, further and further away the areas of 10 towns and into the Icewind Dale tundra. I am Corey, and I was joined tonight by
Carson.
Blake.
Ben.
Ray.
and Ray. We are Everybody's a Mimic. Thank you all for listening, and I hope that you all have a fantastic evening and enjoy your day.
We love you. Bye bye.
So long.
We love you. We love you. Bye bye.